My bad, chat. Technical difficulties.
Here.
That's on me. Yeah, my bad. Goddamn, my shit just turned off for no reason. So I hope it don't do the same. All right, well, we gotta take this shit back from the top, goddamn it, because this is a whole nother episode. I'm gonna have to readjust some things. But again, welcome back to the HighLite Podcast. If you're already here, appreciate you for stopping on by. We are going to talk again. Epic 2026 Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. Now, not to make you repeat everything you said, but you were talking about how this is gearing up to be a classic Game 7 that could possibly end in a game winner, buzzer beater, whatever type case. I'm kind of feeling those vibes too. I think it's just been too much you know, this team lose by 20 here, this team lose by 20 there. You know, it's
They
I'm
both
I'm someone
giant.
that
They both
believes
giants. They
in
both giants.
regulation. Yeah. So it's expected in a sense, but I do believe in regulation. Like I do believe at some point things are going to hit a medium to where everything balances out. And I think just from the last, I want to say 4 games, maybe, or maybe the last two. We can just go off the last two. Like I feel like both teams are going to bring those formulas that won the game, but it's not going to be like one team's going to get overwhelmed by the other's success. I think it's going to be like a real live shit. If I could think of a boxing match, I guess Floyd versus well, they're kind of old. I don't want to say that. I can't think of no young gun fights. Maybe something like Javante versus Roach, that back and forth type shit.
Uh,
I feel like it's going to be that just blow for blow for blow for blow. It's definitely going to come down to the wire. And basically, who knows how this really is going to go? I feel like we'd watched enough games to where, past variables don't matter. This is a one game, winner take all game. So it's like all the shit that we've seen in the past is basically thrown out the window in a sense. Now, I think certain matchups, of course, Wemby versus the Bigs, Wemby versus Isaiah Hartenstein / Chet / J Will. I think that's definitely gonna be the biggest matchup. Just making points difficult for Wemby in a sense. We had some success, we had some blunders. So it's kind of like you gotta basically just do early work against Wemby. I think we did that good for the most part. Just meeting him at his spots before you even cross half court. You got to push him out the paint and make things physical, of course. I think Chet, he was kind of getting a little better at doing that, even though, it was a BTA last game. But still, like, I feel like if we can just do some good scouting as far as like early defense, I think we can kind of keep Wemby out of that paint for the most part. So I think that's the biggest factor. Also, a big factor is the guards versus guards. Like, and I think it's more so us defensively versus their guards offensively. Because one thing about it, Dylan motherfucking Harper, oh my God, we got to turn that motherfucking faucet off. Because when that boy get loose, it's like that Chris Brown song, "Trying to get loose." That's how the fuck he gets down, like straight. We can boogie on down. Yeah, he does that shit, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm tired of him, goddamn tween, fuck around.
tween, fucking around. You there, buddy?
I'm here.
All right.
Nah, but I mean, yeah, I feel what Rail's saying. Definitely with Dylan Harper. That nigga is a fucking hooper.
Yeah,
And
he definitely got a slashing bag.
y'all can sit there and make the pause jokes or whatever. But seriously though,
Get that arch up, nigga.
arc. See, and that's why I said arc. I ain't say arch. I said arc.
Same word.
It's not. Anyway, that's why I said if he really keeps that arc up of how he was shooting last game, he's gonna be a lethal 3-point shooter. Like It's just that sometimes he shoots the ball pretty low. That's why he'd be having like a bad 3-point percentage. But I feel like he just need to gain some more consistency hitting that three ball more, and then he gonna really be a problem then. He already got the inside game. Like, how many? Like, come on now, this nigga is what, like 6'4", 6'5", and he's sitting there driving up against like Isaiah Hartenstein, like, and finishing. It ain't like Isaiah Hartenstein is a slouch or anything.
No, Isaiah Hartenstein ain't no fucking slouch. He just shit. Both of them be finishing though. Both of them are slashing finishers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for Dylan Harper to be that crafty around the rim, like,
The Slash Brothers.
I really do feel like we keep seeing like the same Spurs team just about, except it's like a different version. Like, you got, of course, you got Stephon Castle. I mean, you wouldn't really look at him as like Tony Parker or anything like that, but he is pretty much like the person running the show and like that at least third option, at least, like, because I mean, back then, if you talk about like the whole roster with like David Rob, well, I don't know. I'll just say it's like a mixture of the Spurs like chemistry. I mean, Spurs formula basically, like, because the Spurs have always had that 3-and-D player. So you got that in like Julian Champagny and a couple other players off the bench, and you're gonna get that shit off of Carter Bryant and shit too, though, since he's a
That
young
bitch can
player.
shoot.
Yeah. And he can finish around the rim too, though. Like, I'll be damned if somebody be under that rim against him, though. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you see that from like the Roger Mason. Who else they had like 3-and-D? Steven Jackson was considered a 3-and-D.
Gary Neal.
Yeah, Gary Neal. Patty Mills, matter of fact, too.
Marco Bellinelli, even though he wasn't really a defensive guy.
Yeah, not really.
Marco Bellinelli found his way late.
But they always had that dead-eye shooter, pretty much. Like,
The Spurs edition of him was the best edition. I'm sorry.
And then, of course, you got Wemby, not as Tim Duncan-esque, but he's just, his own player himself.
He is definitely Tim Duncan-esque.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's a hybrid of a lot of centers, pretty much. Because, I mean, we see Hakeem, we see Tim.
Yep.
Shit, we see who's a good 3-point shooter as far as, like, a center. Like, I mean...
honestly, he's in the class of his own.
Yeah, so that's why I could say like a hybrid, because you don't really see that too much. Like, this nigga is taking Steph Curry shots
and hitting for a good amount, but he's definitely hitting.
But we about to see more in this, like him just taking like a deep range 3, and this nigga is 7'6", like pulling up from deep.
And whole time when he shoot, bitch, damn sure looking in the rim.
He got the perfect jump shot. His jump shot is perfect.
His jump shot is like shooting on a Nerf hoop. Like, he really shooting on an 8-foot rim for his size.
Yeah, man.
And then go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish that one.
I was just gonna say, I think if we're just talking about potential, what I've seen from Wemby in his mid-range game, that's the most scariest shit. Because he be getting his comfortable shots in his like mid-range.
He don't hit enough for me. He
don't try too much. Yeah, but I understand what real mean. If this nigga can actually start doing like a fadeaway,
as he is from shooting those mid-range shots, he doesn't hit enough for me.
I mean, he's gonna add that into his game. I can already see that.
But now, it ain't efficient enough now for him to be taking those shots as comfortable as y'all saying. He really falls in love with that. He ain't got no. I think Kevin Garnett said it best. He ain't got no go-to move yet. His bag is so big. I forgot who said that. His bag is so big. He don't know exactly what to go to yet.
I mean, his go-to pretty much right now is being at the rim right now, because nobody can really like jump as high as him. Well, not even jump as high. He got that
go-to shot. He got that go-to thing. That thing he does when he puts a layup up. If he knows he can't make it, he'll like miss the layup on purpose and he has impeccable timing with that shit. Like, he'll miss the layup on purpose to get back on the other side and tap it in. He is very like but it's like a catch-22 with that shit because it's like for him to get there, Hartenstein is D'ing this nigga up, bro. Hartenstein and Chet may not be doing everything offensively, but they are fucking playing defense on the dude. Like, because like Hartenstein like makes him do that. When I say he has no go-to move, like
I mean, he gave the nigga 28 last game.
I know what you're saying, Rob. I know what you're saying, Rob. But it's like if I gave you an example of KG and Kevin Garnett, they put that bitch on the floor, pump fake, put it on the floor, spin, go up.
Nigga, he's been doing that. Have you not seen that?
I watched the games. I watch every game. He's hesitant. He tries to pat, bro. He ain't doing.
Nigga, you haven't seen those two. You haven't seen those two.
He ain't getting no post ups at the rim.
He
not getting no post ups at the rim. They not feeding him the ball in the post. All he's doing is shooting mid range.
Because that slows down the game. Nobody's sitting there trying to do post ups the whole fucking game.
You're not watching what everybody's saying, basically.
That's not the style of play that they're trying to play right now. That's going to move them slower. You're not going to play against OKC. You're not going to play OKC in a slow pace right now. No.
He's not going to be OKC playing like a guard.
Shit, why not? It's been working.
No, it hasn't.
How is it hasn't?
It's been working at home. What do you mean? They've lost 3 games playing that way. They lost 2 back-to-back playing that way.
Did they not win the first game?
They lost 2 back-to-back playing that way, Rob.
Did they not win the first game?
That's at home. That was the kicker. What do you mean? That was
and this nigga was playing like a full-on guard, center, all that shit. Like, what do you mean?
We can argue about that all day. He ain't gonna beat OKC playing. We gonna see tonight.
Your whole thing was you said they cannot win like that. They won 3 games like that.
We gonna see tonight. We gonna see it all goes back to what I was just saying. If his offense matches his defense, we gonna see tonight what the offense look like. If the offense look like that shit I'm talking about, that fall in love with that mid range and not making it enough, then I'll rebuttal this argument. If not, then you're right. That's all it is. I know what I've been watching. I've been watching the game. He fall in love with that shot too much. He need to be at the rim getting touches. You saying it's slowing the ball down? Pick and rolls is slowing the ball down? They don't run no pick and roll, man.
Nigga, I didn't say pick and roll. You said posting up.
That a pick and roll leads to a post touch.
My nigga, all right, bro. Come on now. Be specific at least then, if you're gonna say that. Because a pick and roll and then just passing it off for like a quick, like 1-2, then yeah. But nobody's just gonna sit there and just be like, all right, when we post up, because there's been times where Caruso been checking this nigga and they ain't just like feed the nigga the ball right there because he's automatically gonna get double teamed anyway.
I guess Caruso beat him off the spot. I guess.
I mean, that's why I said he may not have it now, but we see that coming soon, at least where he's able to at least like he's going to start taking more twos eventually, like at least like with that whole at least like catch the ball at the free throw line because he could be lethal from right there just from doing a fadeaway right there. Like, So, I mean, I get what you're saying. He's going to get there, but I mean, right now he's been playing solid enough for them to win this series still.
He going to get there. He going to get there. It's all reputation. This is just the 3rd year, Rob. You're right. It's just the 3rd year.
I mean, and we already seen what he has already implemented now, and that shit already done brought him like way above niggas now. Like this nigga literally now is pretty much the number 2 player in the league, just about.
Who?
Wemby.
Oh man. All right.
Just about.
All right.
Just about the number 2 player in the league.
That's too much sauce. That's too much sauce.
Hey, so what if he take out OKC tonight?
Well, I said we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about it on the next podcast. That ain't happened yet.
But that's why I said about.
You don't do hypotheticals. Remember
that's why I said just about. Because when we look at this shit right now, who else has been able to basically who else has been able to like make the Thunder sweat like this right now?
If he beat OKC tonight, he's hands down a top 5 player.
Hey, Rail,
hands down. Right now.
Who do you think y'all toughest opponent in the playoffs was last year? Was it the Pacers or who else y'all think it was in the Western Conference?
The Pacers.
I'm gonna say it was the Nuggets because they had us down, I think. I don't know if they had us down, but no, we were down like a game.
Had to win 2 straight.
But even then, I still don't think like I still think this is a tougher matchup for y'all. Like This is a tougher matchup. This is a tougher matchup than what y'all played with in the Nuggets. Like,
I agree. I feel like the Spurs are more.
Nigga, it is way tougher.
Like SGA was way more confident last year than what he is right now.
It's way tougher.
Yeah, Well, he wasn't getting double team, triple team like
It's
he
not.
was.
It's it's not as tough. It's not as tough as it could be,
Hold
Rob,
on.
because they're not 100%. But if they were 100%, I would lean OKC a little bit more.
If only, if only.
But they're not 100%. So OKC has like probably a 60% edge. Even though OKC is playing at home. Like, I still think Shea gonna come out and hit his shots. Out of all games he played and been cold, I think, oh my God, bro. That's a bit, that bitch sweet. Out of all games he played, bro, this game, I think, like Rail said, it's the game that means it all. So I think he'll show up for this one. I think the
He
Same
gonna
30,
here.
have to.
I think the
This is
30 go, I think the 30 gonna be there.
he gonna have to though. This is his. This. I feel like this is really a defining moment for Shea.
This is his
Like,
moment.
No,
And
don't do that. Don't do that.
if Shea gets this completed and he wins 2 MVPs, 2 back-to-back championships, we got to start talking about Shea as a top 15, top 20 player.
But is this a defining moment if he lose?
Yes, this is a
Like, does
defining
that
moment.
take
This is a
away
LeBron. This
from?
is a legacy moment.
Yeah,
I was
but
just.
I don't think it should be taken away from him, especially with the circumstance. Again,
I
like,
mean, it's not gonna be. I'm not saying it's gonna be taken away from him if he lose. I mean, it's still a defining moment because like
What
you losing to pretty much a young team that
what
what
would be taken away?
so
a
that's
year
defining.
three
I
win.
don't think that should take away from anything.
What
I
would
mean,
be
I'm
taken
not saying
away?
it's taken away from anything though. I'm just saying it's a defining moment though.
What would
So
be
what is it defining?
what is in question being taken away?
I mean, you're saying what is it defining if he loses?
Yes. What is the definition of the
I
result?
mean, it's not diminishing like him being like the number one. Well, not even a number one player in like the league or anything like that. But it's just basically showing like this is going to be a rivalry for the future.
Okay, I can see that.
That's
Oh,
all I'm saying. I'm not saying
rivalry from a
this is
rivalry.
a defining moment because this. How many times do you think we might see this in the next couple of within the next few years? Like
We'll
What,
say it
this
a lot.
series? You talking about this series?
OKC versus the Spurs. How many times do you think we're going to see this?
A lot. They're gonna get better and better.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to be the first defining moment for the first of many.
Of their era. Yeah, it's gonna be like a Lakers Celtics type thing. Yeah.
So you already
Okay.
know, and like we've been seeing for the past couple of years now, or a few years, Wemby does not like Chet only because he keeps taking home the gold. Like he keeps taking home the championship, everything from this nigga, and this is what he wants.
Damn, I just looked all in.
So I mean,
Well,
OKC
I got
might
a.
get it this time. I mean, I'll say that for sure. But if they get it, I mean, but if they play again next season in the playoffs, then it might be back and forth just about. We're gonna sit there and have a record between Wemby versus Shea, or Wemby
I'm
versus
gonna mute
Chet.
y'all right quick. I'm gonna mute y'all right quick.
But yeah, we're gonna have basically those records of Wemby versus Shea in the playoffs, or Wemby versus Chet in the playoffs, depending on how they want to do it.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I think the NBA is definitely gonna get his money's worth. First of all, you got to get your money's worth with Wemby every single season, every single play that he's playing. Get your money's worth. So that's already without being said. But just the rivalry standpoint, I don't think that the NBA is going to miss out on the opportunity to capitalize off of a extremely talented rivalry in a sense, with so much, star power and team power, stuff like that. Two great coaches, two great organizations. Again, I sent the post. The San Antonio Spurs are 45 wins against us to 44 in playoff matchups. So the Spurs are up one in the playoff matchups. Is 45 to 44. So what is that? 89? Yeah, so in 89 games, the San Antonio Spurs have one game up on us in the playoffs. So it's a tradition already. It's been a tradition since, I don't know, 2012. That's the first time they played in the playoffs. Well, as far as OKC and the Spurs, not Seattle and stuff like that. But yeah, this has been a rivalry for well over a decade. And as an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, I can tell you now, every series that I watch versus the Spurs, other than that one in 2016 when we put BTA on them, it's been very, very entertaining. It goes either game 6 And usually that's what it's been, game 6 type shit. But now we got another game 7. So yeah, like actually, I don't think we ever went game 6 with San Antonio. So this might be the first game 7 in the Spurs OKC series history. So yeah, it's rare feat. And again, like, how can you not capitalize off of one of the faces, if not the face of the league, with Wemby always gassing up shit? Or yeah, the Oklahoma City, I hate them. I hate them so much. They ruined my life. They make me cry. Yeah, we're gonna capitalize off that. Yep, he hates them. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's go ahead, get these refs. Let's get Gucci Mane, call that whistle. So so and so don't advance.
Bruh.
Call
Yeah,
that whistle so we can go game 7.
yeah, ugly.
So
Uh,
yeah, like this is stamped. This is gonna be stamped for a decade. We will have gray hairs talking shit to each other about this. So we're only getting started.
nah, definitely get the tissue ready if the Spurs lose though. That nigga, and you think Wemby goddamn won't gonna talk to the media that last loss? He damn sure might not talk to the media this on this one though. To be honest with you,
Yeah, that motherfucker might not talk, period.
that nigga will take the fine. Like he
No
done.
bullshit. So hey, it's gonna be a great epic game. Again, I've said this from the get-go. Give me OKC and OKC. That home field, that home court advantage. Coming to the O is a difficult thing to do. And I ain't saying it's impossible to win. But last time I checked, I ain't seen no game 7 losses. So I feel like that home court will really get the electricity going for us. And if we can just again hit some motherfucking threes, some timely threes, wide open. You can't miss the wide open ones. I'm cool if they're a little contested, but when they wide open and everybody standing up, holding that 3-ball sign, ready to say, woo, yeah, we got to cash out on those, especially at home. So I can see a guy like Caruso, Jay Will, Casey Wallace, even Jared McCain. I can see all of them hit 2 threes a piece, hopefully. That's a lot to ask for, but still, like, I can see them consistently hitting some threes, especially if Shea can do what I expect him to do, which is have his own version of a master class. It probably don't be like no 40 and 10 or something like that. But if we can get like a good efficient 29 and 9, something like that. If Shea can get it going on the offensive end, I think it's just gonna draw so much up for double teams and wide open shots for 3-point shooters. So it's for us, it's coming down to 3-point shooting, hitting, and also a little better defense because again, those big guards, Castle, Harper, we have to talk about Devin Vassell and what he's been doing in this series, putting up 20 back-to-back games. One of them was a loss, but in the game at San Antonio, I mean, and not even that, just the series period. He's been showing his ass off on both offense and defense. So, that's another guy we got to account for. Can't leave him open for, slight looks at the 3, especially in the corner. Julian Champagny, he's been, you know, little inconsistent. But when he hit 1 3, best believe a couple more are going in. So, it's definitely a defensive tighten up we got to do. But I think one thing about it, even though Jay Will didn't even really play that much, I feel like with him being sidelined now, we can kind of play the guys that were in the fold from the get-go. So maybe you might see some more Kendrick Williams minutes. Maybe you might see some extended minutes for Jay Will, and we might go, a little heavier on the big lineups and stuff like that. But I think with Jay Will out, I mean, not Jay Will, J Dub. I feel like now we can kind of plug in players where they were at when we won some of those games.
Oh, sorry.
So I feel like if Jared McCain usage go up as far as a scoring threat, okay, I'm fine with that. Jay Will, if he's allowed to make some more plays, I'm cool with that. If Alex Caruso can be the Alex Caruso he's been so far, I'm very cool with that. So give me OKC. It's gonna be a close game, but I can see a 4-point. I can see a 4-point game. OKC up 3.5 spread. San Antonio, they will come out guns a blazing, all type of shit. But I feel like we go regulate some shit as far as like what they bring at their best. We seen their best punches, so we know what to expect. So I think we can just make a good amount of defensive plays. It don't got to be turnovers. It could just be honest defense where we forcing misses. I'm cool with that. So again, give me OKC 3.5 spread over. See you in New York. Well, see you in OKC because we got game one if we win. But yeah, that's my take.
No, he got eliminated. All I can say is, man. Right? Yeah, I'm going with the Spurs. I just got to go with them for real, for real. Especially if y'all ain't got J-Dub right now. Because other than that, like, I know it has been like a back and forth just about, especially with like, because I think y'all even maintained like a 15, 20-point lead on them for one game that y'all beat them to. But then they did the same thing to y'all too. So I feel like it just comes down to, of course, like a game of runs. But I feel like just like what the Spurs did last game and even like game one, they just need to come out and just really like, just punch out in the mouth like from the get. Like just for real, just need to start off just being aggressive. Like fuck all the calls. I mean, it might be crazy. I don't know. For real, it might not be a call heavy thing because it's a game 7 though. So do they really want to sit there and call like a foul on every single thing that they see? Like this might be one of those where it's like a 2010 kind of feel, just about. At least I would say 2000s, but I'm not giving it that for real. But I can see this being like a 2010s kind of matchup, just about. But this series in general been feeling like that to me anyway. Like as far as like even the playoff series.
Yeah, pretty old school type shit.
Like it has been a lot more, at least like a little bit more threes, but it's good team basketball that you're seeing though. Like you're not just seeing like one player just getting off for real. Or I mean, you may do see that, but you're seeing like somebody from the bench having their night. Like Jared McCain, oh my God. Like if that nigga really do get in the finals, I'm scared for that nigga just about like, but I'm not gonna jump that ahead. Because I still want to see the Spurs there. And I believe that they can win tonight. Wemby, he just needs to show up. Need at least the same thing, bro. If you can at least get 28 again, then that's cool. Or I mean, even 20 or even 25, maybe at the least. 25 and this is minimum. 25. Well, nah, fuck that. All right, 26, 10. Shit, for real, passing the ball. I barely even want to see him do that.
I just seen the fattest ass Mexican. Go ahead, my bad.
26, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks.
Where we at?
I'm just finishing up my final take. But
you free today, Rob?
Yeah, anyway. But Fox, I need to see a little bit more out of him because he has been having some shitty games on the scoring end. I mean, I see him doing everything else, as far as like at least like facilitating passing the ball and playing a little bit of defense. But Fox, we need to see you actually be that 20-point scorer. We need 20s straight across the boards just about to win this game. Need Wemby to have 26, Fox to have 20, or at least like give me at least 15, nigga. And then at least like Castle, he's been hooping, lessen the turnovers. Maybe we'll probably see it like at least like 3 or 4, just like here and there. But if they can lessen the turnovers as well too, and force y'all like they've been doing. I know it's been like that back and forth a little bit too, though, like with turnovers as well. But if they can force y'all to turn over the ball and hold Shea again to 15, 20 points, oh, it's GG's. It's GG's. But OKC, if y'all win this game, I give y'all props. I gave y'all props last year, of course, because y'all won the finals, got that championship. But I just only keep giving y'all even more props and just adding on to what I'm seeing pretty much. Like, it ain't no hatred towards to OKC at all. I never showed hate. Maybe to Chet a little bit. That's just only because Wemby and him got that little rivalry or whatever. So I'm gonna stick with my guy. But even then, Chet is still a phenomenal player. A player that I'm happy to actually see growing up and see it be a part of this
Times
culture.
have changed. Times have changed. But continue.
Anyway. And seeing this OKC squad, I'm happy to at least witness, what they're doing pretty much. Like I said, I've never been a hater of OKC. I always love seeing what they've been doing. Of course, I'll joke here and there just because that's Rail's team and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk ish about each other's teams, of course.
Fuck you, Nick.
But yeah, OKC, y'all win this tonight. Props to y'all. I just want to see y'all, I just want to see what y'all gonna do against, my other team, the Knicks, But I see that going to the game 7 as well too.
Well, yeah. I guess we gotta kind of. Well, I guess we can hold off. We'll just say it for next week, even though, I'm glad you gave an early prediction. It's so hard because both of these teams with the Spurs and OKC can very much go to the finals. So it's kind of like I don't want to jump the gun too early as far as like who I think is going to play in the finals and potential matchups. I guess I could say if it's Spurs versus Knicks, I ain't gonna lie to you, Tazio. I feel like it's gonna be West and 6. I feel like it's gonna be West and 6. I'm sorry. I would like to see the Knicks bring that same energy they've been playing all playoffs for the most part. Just playing high level basketball. It ain't got to be specifically a blowout, but it could definitely be one of those things where they hitting on all bullshit. Jalen Brunson looking like the top 5 player he's been looking like. I don't know if I want to go so far to say Jalen Brunson is a top 5 player, but he's been playing top 3 basketball.
I
Top
mean,
3
hey,
basketball.
he
So
he win this though. He win the finals. Hey, I don't give a fuck what anybody say. That nigga is in my top 5 right now. If he win it,
I
he's
concur.
already top 10 in the league right now. I already would definitely say that for sure.
Yeah, that's stamp.
That's definitely stamped. Top 5, yeah, I get what you're saying. Only because, yeah, just because you made it to the finals, it's not gonna put you right there yet. No, maybe if you do it again, we'll see. But
why not though? Why not? This is for one. This is rare territory. This is rare territory, and let's understand that he had to go through 3 opponents to get to this road. So it's not just him being in the finals; it's the fact of the road that he got to. And I'm not going to give that cupcake talk for the East because at the end of the day, with the Celtics and Indiana Pacers not being factors, this was a level playing field for anybody to get to the finals, and the Knicks were the ones that capitalized off of it. So I don't want to hear anything about they played the Toronto Raptors, they played the Cleveland Cavaliers, they played Joel Embiid on a bum knee. At the end of the day, the Knicks haven't been in the finals since I was in diapers. Well, I wasn't in diapers. I was kind of like, I was fresh off the training wheels on my bicycle. You feel me?
I mean,
Like
even still though, like the whole Jalen Brunson is definitely the best Nick I had ever seen. Like ever like watch.
You
I
ain't
mean,
watch Carmelo?
Melo, I mean, I'm sorry. What? We only seen him in the second round?
So he better than Carmelo.
true.
Yes, he's a better Nick than Carmelo. Yes.
A
I'm
better
not saying
Nick
he's
is
better
very
than
fair.
him. No, we're gonna get that. We're gonna clear that up because I don't want you thinking like, oh, well, Jalen Brunson's, offensively better and everything. No, I'm saying Jalen Brunson is a better Nick than Carmelo Anthony. Yes, better leader for sure because he checks all the boxes. The man took a fucking pay cut just for us to get here. Just about, bruh.
Mm.
Pay that man if this man wins the finals. There is no argument
Yeah,
as
he
to
getting paid
paying that
regardless.
man.
He's getting paid. He's getting paid for making the finals.
But either way. But I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, even then, yeah, you're right. Just even if they do lose it, pay that man because he earned it.
He got
Yeah.
the Knicks somewhere they ain't been in 25 years. He's getting a max pay. He's probably gonna get what Luka get, or probably get some shit like that.
There's probably only at least like what, at least like 4 or 5 well, yeah, at least like 4 Knick players that you probably can say was like, like in that, just in that realm pretty much of being top 5 at least. And that's all because there like at least was a championship involved, or at least being in the finals. Of course, like I mean, yeah, I'm gonna name old school players like Willis, Walt, but then you even got like Pat, and then even probably like uh do I want? I mean, no, do I want to say Houston though? I don't know. No, I ain't really gonna say Houston.
I mean, Allen Houston was a dog.
He was okay. I'll put him there. I'll put him there. I'll put him there.
He was, I not a great, along with those names, but he was still like putting up some good numbers for them.
Yeah, exactly. But
Pretty
that's
well.
exactly what I mean though. Like he wasn't like that superstar though.
Who?
Yeah.
Allen Houston. Like he was a great. He was definitely a very talented player. But he wasn't that superstar that everybody knows. Like you can't go around and just say like you probably can go around New York and say his name for real, but you go around Virginia talking about Allen Houston, not too many people gonna sit there and know what you talking about. They gonna think you talking about Marquise Houston or some shit like that.
What?
Who?
Nigga said Marcus Houston. Marcus.
I'm just being ugh. I'm just being ugh. I just thought about the
Nah, but
first Houston name, bro. To be honest with
nah,
you.
I feel you though. Like just as far as Jalen Brunson being like of that elk, yeah, he's definitely skyrocket amongst like he's definitely top 3 in my opinion. I think I would probably go Walt Frazier number 1, and then probably Willis Reed number 2. I mean, they're kind of like interchangeable in a sense, but
I mean, because they won it, so you got to give it to them at least, like regardless
yeah,
whether it was like that old era, pretty much. Like,
but yeah, like as far as Jalen Brunson over Pat, I can go with that. I know some people make their arguments about Patrick Ewing and all the playoff runs he's made from like I don't know. I want to say 90 to 99 for real, for real. Like it has some great extensive runs, great regular seasons and all that. But I just feel like Jalen Brunson in the amount of time that he's been there, he's definitely just like been captain clutch. There's moments he had to carry that team on his back when shit wasn't going right. Yeah, he got a I would say this Knicks squad, as far as like depth, is better than some of those older Knicks squads, even though, I ain't too keen on them. I ain't gonna act like I'm a Knicks aficionado from back in the 90s or something like that. I ain't watched them niggas like that, but I feel like these Knicks teams that I've seen, especially this one, you got an all-star and Cat, you got OG and Mikhail, who are borderline all-stars, very good role players, but then the depth that they got with McBride, Shamit, and we kind of got to go into this Mitchell Robinson news. No one knows what the fuck happened. So we don't even know how bad this injury is. But
man, it's just a pinky, bro. He's going to be fine.
yeah, but still, like niggas need to know what happened. Like, did the motherfucker blow his pinky off like Jason Pierre-Paul, another New York Knick, athlete?
Who
Who
knows?
knows?
Ray probably punched like a wall or something.
Probably. Yeah, that's carrying on the tradition. That reminds me of Amari, if that's the case. But
Oh Lord, please don't remind me of that shit, bro.
yeah, shit, that made me sick. I
Like,
was a
nigga,
Knicks fan at one point.
what was it? Yeah, he punched the wall. Was it the chair or something?
He punched the fucking fire hydrant glass. I mean the fire extinguisher glass.
That nigga was a hothead, bro, for no
No
reason.
bullshit. That's my guy, but he definitely. And you know what's fucked up? This the same nigga who got suspended in the Game 7 appearance versus the Spurs that cost us a trip to go to the finals. Back in my son's day. So that's 2 crashes. Yeah, Amari kind of low key a crasher, but that's what makes him him. So hey, give and take. But yeah, like as far as like these Knicks, this rendition of the Knicks, yeah, I feel like is a better squad than them 90 teams, especially because of Jalen Brunson. Like maybe it's a little too premature to say, But I feel like these last 3 something years, the Knicks have made like an honest run to say they're just as good as any Knicks team outside the championship teams. But maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe I'm jumping the gun again. I wasn't too locked in on those Knicks teams. All I know is they went back and forth with Indiana and fucking Chicago. Who else? Magic, which was a great series win. That's really all I can think of. Other than that, all I know about the East in the '90s is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So hey,
You
it's not
saw
my fault. I think that's all you need to know about the '90s for the most part. Like Michael Jordan, what the fuck happened with him? Did he win? Did he retire? Like, it's all, nah, I'm joking. But yeah, like um, yeah, I see the West in 6 regardless. So that's just my early prediction. But we can go ahead and save that for like when the finals start and shit like that. Threezy, what's your opinion? Like, how you feel like this game 7 go and the potential matchup in the finals? Like, where you think that's going to go to?
I feel like this game 7 gonna go nuclear. I feel like it's gonna be one of the best games we've seen in a long time. And I feel like it's gonna be a close game all the way down to the end. I don't think it's gonna be like no goddamn what you said earlier. A team winning by 20 every other game. I feel like both teams will be locked in. And shit, I already said the winner. I already said initially the winner of this series is gonna win the final. So I feel like going into it playing the Knicks, I can see the Knicks probably taking. I can see the Knicks probably taking one. I can see probably the Knicks taking one game, one or two, 6 games. Either way, either team, either one they play, I can see six game. So yeah, West and 6, like pretty much what you said, real. I'm in line with you.
For sure, for sure. I just, as much as I want to give Jalen Brunson his flowers for getting to this point, I still think he is a defensive liability for the
Liability.
Knicks. It is not to say that he's a horrible defender. It's kind of like the Steph Curry thing. Like he gives the effort. He'll fuck around and put his body on the line to draw a charge. He'll get in the trenches and try to be somewhat of a pest. So it's not like Jalen Brunson is a lazy defender. He's no James Harden by any stretch of the imagination. But 6'1" is 6'1" at the end of the day. And the Spurs in Oklahoma City both have big guards that he's going to have to account for. And they're best believe going to look for him. So I think that's just going to be too much of a problematic situation.
bro.
Now, Jalen Brunson, on the other end, if he's on this groove that he's been on this Captain Clutch high, playing some of the best basketball he's played in his career, and the numbers might not show it as far as like if you look through the past 3 years what he's done in the playoffs, but I just think it's the mystique, the aura, the gravity, like how he's controlling the game. Like if he's not scoring, he's damn sure facilitating. And sometimes the assist numbers don't even show because he moving the ball and the team will fuck around and move the ball too. Like, so it's more of a team ball thing, but he's definitely the catalyst, the head of the snake with his big ass head. He's definitely the catalyst to starting that offense that has been moving the ball, that has been getting good shots, the great shots for the 3-point shooters, even, some plays in the paint where a Mikal or Josh Hart, uh, OG, when he's healthy, guys are cutting to the paint, getting the easy buckets.
Bro,
And again,
you see like when we all score, well, when the whole starting five just scores about over at least like, or at least like the top four players at least score over at least like 15, it's a different fucking story. Like most of the time, yeah, we're winning. We won all of those games where at least like our like primary players, like at least even if Cat, Brunson, and OG had over 20, we won them games. And we had a game where I believe even like Mikal had like 20, and then the rest of them had 20 as well too. Like, so I believe, yeah, like you said, we played great team ball, and like Jalen Brunson, Mikal, have both been in this moment before. Well, Mikael and Josh as well. They have been in this kind of moment, not the same as like, the national championship, but it's still at least a big moment to over. It's still a big moment that I don't think will really like phase them or anything like that. Especially with like a heavy like OKC crowd that's like yelling and everything. Like
And
honestly, huh?
my bad. Just before you start, I just want to say let's also remember that like 5 months ago they won the NBA Cup, so they had a little taste of a championship, you know, trial run, I guess,
They
against the
said
Spurs.
they even said though, like, don't put that banner up. We don't give a fuck about that shit right now. We want the real shit. Like,
And to get to this point, I respect that wholeheartedly. I really do.
but if we do that, like win the finals, that's crazy. First team. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you might really do have to put it Jalen Brunson at number one. First player to ever win, goddamn, the NBA Cup, Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I mean, and yeah, pretty much probably would win Finals MVP as well too. That you might as well just say that's the number one Knick player right there at least. Then like, because he jumps in that conversation of top three player of even in the league. Then like going into that very next year.
I would just like to say if the Knicks win the championship, I do not want to see no Knickerbocker fans getting their thumbs prepped up to do anything funny. Cause y'all be having some wild celebrations. I would just like to denounce all of that. Get Cam, get Cam on the mic and do like a pre-prayer pause, like uh uh in the name of pause, we just want to pause any actions that happen B.
And forget Cam because he just praying. Well, not I ain't even saying he praying on the downfall, but it's like bro just trying to act too calm about the shit, thinking like, oh well, yeah, if the Knicks lose, I'm gonna be like, I told y'all, you can't get too hype and everything. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, even if we do lose, like, just be hype for your city at least. Like, be hype for your team. Like Stephen A is somewhat like that almost too, because I hate how he just kind of like went straight at like Josh just because he sat there and said like we good basically, like Mikael is good, he's in a good space, like stop talking about this shit, like. But other than that, like Cam, I just need him to basically like just show some support for real, like show some real support. Don't
Hey,
just sit there.
Jadakiss tried to tell us. He said Cam live in Miami.
Yeah, like bro, Cam is just a well, not a radio personality, he's just a personality at this point, like. And that's why
I fuck
Stephen
with
A got
Cam.
him on
I
the
fuck
show
with
right now.
Cam, but I get what you're saying though, man. Like that damn sure is larceny. Like if your team is on the brinks of doing something historical, you can't be some nigga that's like, oh, all right, yeah, this look good. This look good for now, but wait till the finals. Wait till you see Stephen A. We go really see what's going on. Like that nigga on first take, that shit crazy. I salute that for sure, for sure. But yeah, like Cam, yeah, you got to be a little more loyal, my nigga. Like this
Man,
is New York.
I kind of did the same thing with the Commanders. I ain't believe they was gonna be that good that year we went to the championship.
Yeah, but so when y'all played against the Eagles before the game, did you think y'all was gonna win?
I wasn't 100%, right? I'm not gonna lie to you.
But you were confident, right? You were
I was
confident enough
confident.
to say,
I was confident.
yeah.
But
So
it's not like
that's
you
all it
was.
is.
It's not like you was downplaying it, like saying like, "Oh, well, I knew we was gonna lose." Pretty much.
No,
Yeah,
I believe Real asked me one time, and I was like, I can't believe we this good, and I think we was in a division run. I think so. Like, I just couldn't believe the success. I get what you're saying. I ain't never downplay him though. I get what you're saying though.
yeah. So it's basically that. But hey, it is what it is. Regardless, these niggas are in the finals.
He basically saying he waiting for a choke. He waiting for a choke to happen, pretty much.
Yeah.
Something that happened. Like,
No. Yeah. Exactly. He's just waiting. He's waiting for some shit to happen, where if the Knicks even get like blown out, he's just gonna be like, "Man, I told y'all, it won't
but
happen."
that doesn't that still don't negate the fact that they got there though, my nigga. Like,
Exactly though. But I mean, I'm just saying he gonna downplay like the whole fact of like even just being positive if the Knicks can win the championship. Like, bro, we actually have a chance. It's not like if either team come out the West, we getting blown out or some shit like that. We showed we could keep up with at least OKC. Yeah, they at least beat us the whole regular season, but it's not like they blew us out every fucking game. Like we at least lost by I think like 10 at the very least. But Spurs, I mean, we already beat them. I think the whole regular season, except for probably like one game or something. Like,
Yeah. So like, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn.
so
Oh,
I'm just saying, all in all, like, bro, we have a chance to actually win this shit. I will not sit here and downplay the Knicks is going to lose this shit, but I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, we got a straight cakewalk, basically. Like, I will say we have a chance to beat OKC in 6, and we have a chance to beat. And I'll say the Spurs 2-6. I was probably gonna say 5, but no, I'm gonna say 6.
I thought you were gonna say 7.
Nah, I'm gonna say 6 for both.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it for sure. Because they definitely need some games. Like they're coming in on a hot all cylinders type of vibe. So, it ain't just like it's one player affecting the game again. Like shout out to Mikal Bridges and him stepping up because he's been playing like a top 2 player for that team for a good amount of stretches. So,
And
you
like I
know,
say, fuck them picks.
yeah, fuck them picks. To further notice, I still would like to see like someone on IG got to build like a little diagram of what the results is.
you know it's
Maybe
gonna be
I'll
there.
do it
You know it's gonna be there in the aftermath of the finals.
because it's like they getting a top 3 pick this year. I think
Hold on.
I,
Brooklyn.
I still don't think just while you looking that up, just the latest out. I still don't think. All right, this is going back to what Rob's saying real quick until Rail come back with the information. I still don't think like Jalen Brunson. This I do give you respect for you saying that, Rob, because I didn't really get my take on what you said when I was at McDonald's about Jalen Brunson. When you said he'd be a top 5 player, I do agree. He is a top 10 player now. I do give him that top 10 probably. I don't negate niggas like Tyrese Maxey. I don't negate niggas like Tyrese Maxey that had a good year scoring because he almost averaged 30. He averaged 28. Him and Jalen Brunson averaged damn near the same numbers. So like I'm one of those niggas who take Cade Cunningham's season to heart. I took Tyrese Maxey's season to heart. I took Jalen Brunson's season to heart. I took Jalen Brown's season to heart. So to call him a top 5 player, respectfully, if he wins the final, to say that his offense is even even a fucking spit glance from Jokic, Giannis, or Luca. He's closer to Jason Tatum because I'm still one of those guys that's gonna put Jason Tatum up there. You know what I'm saying? Because he was there. You know what I'm saying? He's closer to Jason Tatum than he is to those three. And SGA, I ain't say SGA either. Like he is
I
not.
disagree,
He's not SGA. He's not Giannis, and he's not Jokic.
but
He's not Luca.
he definitely is a high proficient offensive
Yeah,
player.
yeah, but he not. Bro, you know what I'm saying though. I hope you know what I'm saying.
The style might not be the same, but the results are looking very familiar.
He had the results in a cupcake East. If Jokic was in the East, what would he do?
I mean, I'm not sure, but he just played a depleted Timberwolves team, so
Yeah,
let's
I'm
not
just
go
saying,
that
but
far.
for the sake of that argument, if Jokic was in the East on the Knicks, what would he do? What would his numbers be?
I mean, he'll probably be
I'm not, and
proficient,
you
but
said I'm not like just till you got the information. I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna negate the 76ers, or anybody they went through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about strict season, and if we talking rankings, we gotta take seasonal impact and playoff impact matters too in rankings. And all I'm saying
so
is
uh-huh.
I don't negate niggas season like Jalen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, or any of them other bottom 5 niggas that ain't in the top 10. So because now if Jalen Brunson wins the finals, arguably top 5 player, arguably. As of right now, top 5, that's a debate. Yeah. But I don't think that was a debate though, so I might be going too far into it.
I would just like to ask, what do you think is like more of a important sample size? Playoff success or regular season success?
Playoff success is definitely a more verifiable sample size if you're trying to get to the nitty gritty. But season matters too because it shows a trend. If you get what I'm saying, it shows where you were prior to this dominance that you're about to reign on. So I feel like postseason play matters the most. If we're judging
Definitely.
players off postseason, you might look at Shea in a lesser fashion than you look at him in the regular season. Because the average is 31 in the regular season, the average is 25 in the postseason.
Eh, that's tight fair, but at the same time, there is a circumstance that, you know, playoff defense is definitely different from regular
Yes,
season
yes,
defense.
and you take all those things into account.
Scouting, game by game.
Game back and scouting even goes more in depth in the playoffs because it's one opponent for 7 games. So you take all those things into account. And when I'm taking all those things into account, I still give the nigga who got more playoff success the bigger bonus because it's in the playoffs, it's in crunch time. So I'm not to say that regular season shit don't matter, but Tyrese Maxey put up almost 30 points a game. Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit here and say that. Yeah, it's just cause a nigga, no disrespect, ran through the East. Anybody, which you said yourself, anybody could have got it done this year. I'm not just gonna negate a nigga season.
I said it's
I'm
a
not
level
gonna negate a
playing
nigga
field.
30. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna negate a nigga 30. And my nigga legend of winning was on the same shit. So we just gonna have to wait. We just gonna have to wait till this finals over. And we just have to do what we did. We just have to do what we did last season and do a top 30 and see what Jalen Brunson at then.
Okay, well, I already got him penciled in top 5. I don't
It's in
think
that top 5. Okay. I mean, so that's why these debates matter. Because you got them top 5 right now, but you don't know if whenever these trades happen and shit transpire, you don't know how you may feel in a couple months.
I got Jalen Brunson top 5. But yeah,
So if Jalen Brunson top 5, how far is Tyrese Maxey from Jalen Brunson?
a level.
Because he made because the 76ers made it to the second round. 76ers made it to the second round. They don't normally do that. So I mean, you
Who
kind of
did
can
they
contribute.
lose to?
You kind of can contribute some of that to him, right?
Who did they lose to?
They lost to the eventual NBA.
Twice.
They lost to the eventual NBA champions if they go that route.
And
They
Tyrese
lost
Maxey was
twice.
not that impressive in that playoff run. He had some real good games, but he also had some blunders. He was inconsistent. He was
It's
turning over the
hard. It's
ball.
hard to know your scoring load when Joel Embiid is going in and out of the lineup. Paul George is in and out of the lineup. VJ Edgecomb is
That.
getting off
Oh,
one
cut
game.
out the bullshit ass excuse, man.
Now,
It's
didn't
not no
didn't
bullshit that
OG
excuse. A
didn't
perfect
OG
example.
Ananobi
Perfect. Hold
didn't
on.
OG Ananobi get hurt the last 2 games?
Yeah.
Okay, in the discussion.
Perfect example. Kyle Kuzma, our championship year. Kyle Kuzma after our championship year. Perfect example. Or pre-Kyle Kuzma, post-championship Kyle Kuzma. Perfect example. That's all I got to say. Perfect example.
Okay, all I'm saying is
You
the
don't know
Knicks
how to utilize the nigga when everybody is healthy.
the Knicks lost OG and they closed out both of the games that
You
the
still got McCain.
76ers could have took advantage of, and they did not. They actually wet the bed.
You still got a hell of a back end if OG go down. You still got a
Type
hell of a
shit,
back end.
but you do, but I would say like none of those players. Like I would say this: you have to start OG if he's healthy. If he's available, you have to start OG. So it's not like he's that irreplaceable. Yeah, you got some depth that can kind of compensate, but at the end of the day, OG Anunoby is a very valuable player. And the fact that Maxi, Embiid, VJ, whoever got they ass whooped, BTA.
Swept.
Yeah, them niggas. Yeah, I think Maxi is a little level below Jalen Brunson. Respectfully,
Hey,
respectfully.
hey, them boys own Pennsylvania, man. Well, them boys own Philly.
Yeah, in the basketball sense.
No bullshit though. I mean, come on now. They got
Fuck
they
that
shit
nigga
up in
Josh
their
Hart.
rafters.
You said what now?
I said, don't they got they banners up in their rafters or some shit like that?
Type shit. I mean, Villanova is very close to Philadelphia, so yeah, they basically been running that area damn near their whole basketball career. So yeah, like Mikal from Philly,
They
but
got
shit,
the experience
he
in the
probably can't come
area.
home for a little
They
minute.
got the demographic. They got the demographic boost. They got the experience in the area. They got experience in that gym. They got championship experience in that gym, bro.
Yeah,
It's like they've
And,
been there before. It's
and
just a
Philly
different
fans,
level.
already knew what's happening. You know, because Joel was always
Sixers
talking some
fans,
bullshit.
Sixers fans.
I know. DiVincenzo looking at them niggas like, God damn, man. Like,
I mean, for real, he had a chance. If he did not go down, bro, who's to say that them niggas probably would have? Who's to say that them niggas probably would have won?
uh, who?
Maybe.
Minnesota? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, they probably would have got the same result, but
I
In their
mean,
defense,
it's
I
not
in
like
their
I
they
give
weren't
defense,
playing bad though with him.
yeah, he was definitely hooping. Shout out to Dante DiVincenzo. Get well soon. You know, another guy with an Achilles. So, you know,
Achilles, but how it's looking,
Godspeed.
niggas bouncing. How it's looking, niggas bouncing back like cook crack. Them Jones.
Yeah. He said he gonna reach out to Jason Tatum, so he good. He straight.
Share that doctor, nigga.
You know. And besides, he a shooter, so you know, shooters last for a long time. So
Bro, I
he'll be
feel like
straight.
it's your work ethic on getting back for how you
Got some
manage.
controversy. I got some controversy about that injury healing shit because I think I'm not to go too far, but Luca went overseas to try to get some treatment for his injury. You know that shit. You know, prior to our knowledge, it was supposed to be a quicker healing method for him to go over there, but that shit didn't turn out to work that way. So I'm like, is those doctors over there trash? Would you have been better? Would you have been back in time if you would have relied on the Lakers doctors? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro.
Or he could
You
have
think
just
it's more my bad. I was just gonna say, you think it's more induced because he wanted to be with his kids with the
That
yeah.
whole,
I
could
was
have
you
been
gonna
an
know.
say
excuse to
that.
get over there. That's what I'm saying. That's all on the back end. That could have been an excuse to get over there. Like, I think once that thing happened to him this season, I think it was. I think it was like fuck the seat. That's a hell of a fucking thing to go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have a child, I have a child. That's a hell of a fucking thing to go through. So like, I can imagine the emotion he was going through and playing the sport at the same time. Nigga got off. You know, that's where the numbers came from. So he had a reason to be getting off like that. And I guarantee the reason was to go over there to probably see them. But at the same time, that nigga, so that means he sacrificed MVP. You know, shit like that. He might not never sniff one, bro. That's a hot take. Luca, as good as Luca is, if he can't get it in the year that he led the league in scoring, prior past all the other years, all the other shit he's done, all the other years he arguably could have won it. If he didn't get it the year he led the league in scoring, this would be hard for him to sniff one.
I
Because
mean, I don't know though. Because I still kind of got faith in your organization to get
if
where Luca needs to be though.
if Luca gets what he needs, like if they copycat that 2024 championship year by the Mavericks and surround him with 3D wings and two good big men, I'm not one of those guys that has totally abandoned DeAndre Ayton. If you get like
No, no,
if you
no.
hold on, hear me out. If you get him, leave him at center and get a great power forward, you can still have that seven. You can still have that two big lineup out there. You ain't got to ask it for much if that other power forward is a good scorer. If we get somebody like a Yaka Portal or go to Yaka Portal way, we can then get rid of him. Yaka Portal ain't no rim runner though, so that shit don't work. I think you can get Aiden to work. You just gotta give him time. He ain't had a whole season to lock in with Luca for real, a whole off season to lock in with the nigga for real, for real. So this be that off season for them to lock in. I ain't one of the niggas that are the bad because I see the potential. I seen a nigga play in the finals, bro. He averaged 18 and 12.
Well, you know what pick y'all got?
Like 27, 23 and up there.
I'll look, but
I hope we get that boy Quakeness. I hope he fall that low. That boy
I'm just
Quakeness.
saying y'all need to draft at least a center. Fuck
Nah, we need to
DeAndre
drive a
Ayton.
we need to draft a rim runner. Watch. If you watch our basketball games, you know we need a rim runner.
No, if I watch your basketball games, you need a rim protector because y'all
I
are
got that.
who?
Jackson Hayes. Give us some time. You giving up on him. Give us some time. You ain't watched his games
Give
when he
him some
started.
time. What?
You ain't watched. Hold on. You ain't watched the games he started more than 24 minutes. Go look it up on goddamn the app you
Oh
use
my
all the time.
god, bro! And they already talked about how y'all was ass in the paint this whole season. Regardless, y'all suck in the paint. Y'all need a rim protector, somebody that can actually guard the fucking paint,
Bro, he averaged Daniel Gafford numbers, bro, when he starts, bro.
bro. Look at y'all paint points, opponent paint points.
That's because DeAndre Ayton ain't consistent.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro,
And
I
Jackson
watch my
Hayes is
team, but
not
I
that
know what you're talking
consistent
about. We
either.
do. I mean, we could get better at the big man. I said Yakapoto. I said Yakapoto.
I don't even think he even suffices.
You need to look at the free agency list because how much better we gonna get?
I said y'all need a draft day center.
Oh,
And I
draft day
ain't
center.
saying y'all just gonna go straight off the back and just be like contender. Well, like a championship team, like off back. But I'm just saying, if y'all get a center, like how y'all supposed to do with Zubac and actually like coach this nigga up,
Yeah,
I'm good.
Zubac would have been nice too because he can rim run. He can pick and
Hold on, I
pop.
got a call. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Shit. They talking about getting an expiring contract with Kevin Love, Boo Boo. Too old. I don't know, man. I do like a rim running pick and popper, man, but that's rare in the league. And it's like every team in the league got a good big man now. I mean, so you realistically looking at like a Yaga Portal, the Pelicans, they solidified with Derek Queen and Yves Measy. Can you steal one of them? I mean, everywhere else locked in with their center. The Celtics not coming off Nikita. I mean, can you get the Thunder to come off Jalen Williams? No. It's a whole lot of things.
You think they made a mistake with like trading for Vucevic, considering that they didn't even play him in the end of the playoffs?
The Celtics.
Yeah, you think that's like kind of a setback, considering that they kind of just traded something for nothing?
Yeah. Now, when you put it in that sense, yeah, but he still
And
got
they
some
are
value.
tight with like money.
He still got some value, I think.
Yeah, he got plenty of value, but it still would be tight though. So you might got to come off for Derek White. He's probably the best trade candidate if you ain't trying to lose both Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum or one of the other type shit.
Shit, I mean, who knows the way Jalen Brown talking about? Well, talking right now.
The Celtics said
Yeah,
it, and Warriors say they trying to be a third team to acquire him. So they real nigga. They might end up with shit. They might end up with Jimmy Butler.
fuck around. It's giving real Kyrie vibes.
I just want to see what Draymond Green land. Like I want to see what he land.
Please
Like
go to Detroit. I want him to go to Detroit.
Cause y'all seen the news, right? Y'all seen that Steve. We ain't talking. We ain't. I don't think. But Steve Kerr signed the extension, and the Steph Curry said he willing to play to up to he 40. I think he 37 or 38. So that's at least 2 more years. So that's basically a fresh slate. Is basically what they saying. The franchise is willing to start a fresh slate for
I'm
these two
sorry,
championships.
but I just don't see Draymond going. I don't see Draymond going anywhere, bro.
He
To be
got
honest,
good value. He got good value with a team like OKC or the Spurs.
I say if anything,
Definitely.
he's gonna stay. I say if anything, he's gonna stay in the West. I was gonna lean more towards like him at least being like at least somewhere like in California still, but
Him with the
I
Spurs.
I mean, maybe this. I don't know. Like that would be nice for him, especially like defensive wise, and he could sit there and help Wimby. Like,
Yes,
That
yes.
communication would be crazy.
That communication. Oh
Yeah.
my
I mean,
God.
yeah,
Spurs, OKC, either one.
him
Boston.
setting him up for a three, or even like a line drive, like alley oop, like, bro, that shit would be crazy.
That's in his alley. That's Andrew Bogut days, JaVale McGee days.
But I mean, the only way, yeah, I can see him going to the East is, yeah, like what Rail said, is if he's like a Detroit Piston. But anywhere else in the East, no.
Yeah. It's not to say like he couldn't pair up with any team, but I just feel like he's not gonna settle for just anything. Like he ain't gonna settle for a Cleveland. Like a team that's on the brinks, but probably not the best landscape. His taste is rich, so I feel like he will want to go somewhere where it's like if it's not an automatic trip to the finals, it's definitely gonna be somewhere like I can see the Lakers like playing with Bron and maybe it's probably it for real, for real.
I
I
mean,
don't know
I just
anything.
think he
New
needs.
York. New York could be all right if he come off the bench type shit.
He's not coming off the bench, but even then, though, bro,
Shit, he might well.
I don't want to see that though. I want to see him pretty much like. This is my honest, true opinion about Draymond Green at this point. Yeah, he still can play basketball and still be on the championship team, probably win more rings and shit. But I mean, at this point, bro can honestly retire and just go ahead and switch to being like an analyst or some shit.
Type shit.
So I'm saying like, yeah, if the money not good or the situation not good, I'm just gonna sit there and just say, fuck it, I'll just retire now. I done already got my full championship, so I'm good. Full championships, what, 2, 3 defense player of the years, like and shit for real. One of those years, he was supposed to get it. That Kawhi year, because I think they said he had more first place votes, but Kawhi still ended up getting it.
He was an Andre Iguodala block and Kyrie Irving 3 away from winning Finals MVP.
Yeah,
That's type crazy. Even though he had to make up for a game, crashing out and shit against his now best friend, his little best friend. But yeah, shout out
all
to
in
Draymond though.
all in all, I'm just saying like I wouldn't miss Draymond Green being in the league right now. Like if he was to retire,
Well,
yeah, I would
but
love to see him still play.
the timely flagrant fouls that don't keep things, keep things moving.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, sometimes you gotta see a nigga on the floor asking for help, like what the fuck happened.
Who's to say we might see that that person that take that role of being the number one villain in the league be Dylan Brooks.
Shit, he damn near already got it.
Shoot, boy didn't cut the hair and everything now. That boy about to talk some shit.
Shoot, he gotta address Drake. The nigga said Shay gave you a 30 in your face.
Cause for real, the Suns not too far off either though. So I mean, depending on what kind of like acquisitions they make during the summer, they could possibly be at least top 5.
I would love to have Dylan Brooks on the Thunder.
Bro. If the Phoenix Suns made that trade, just go ahead and
We already the villains now. Might as well get the number one villain, Dylan the villain.
Oh, damn! I'm sitting here thinking about Devin Brooks. Yeah.
Oh, Devin Booker.
Yeah, Devin Booker. I'm tripping.
Shit, he need to go. He need to go ahead and hit that office. Because I
I
would
mean,
love for
he
him to go to
do, but
Detroit.
come on, bro. He got a lot of real estate there.
He do, but that's some bad real estate, low key. Trust me, I know. Shit.
He
Hey,
said that's some
Devin
bad
Booker.
real estate.
Hey, Devin Booker. Hey, since I left in 2010, I've been comfortable since. And I just got a championship. And I've been comfortable without it. Do yourself a favor, brother. Hit that trade with Quest.
Because he probably like one of the only other players that got that no trade clause, probably.
Fuck around. I think he do, because he signed a mega deal. He signed like a big time 2-year deal. So he probably definitely got that incentive. But yeah, any other NBA notables? I don't want to go too far in depth into it, but did y'all hear about the final rules of the new draft process? Or like, how they doing the lottery?
Yeah, help me understand a little bit better. I mean, I just
I
seen
don't
like the
fucking
rules,
know.
but I ain't fully like.
I don't fucking know either.
I just think the main thing about it is that they're lessening the percentage of the top or the bottom 3 teams. So it's like, even if you got the most losses, your chances are still on a level playing field from like 1 to 10 or some shit like that. So I it's the anti-tanking rule. So they're basically penalizing the worst teams instead of awarding the worst teams. Like, basically. I'm pretty sure some other, key factors and shit. But from what I understand, 1 through 3 at the bottom of the list of losing or whatever, their chances aren't as severe as like 5, 6, and 7. Like, it's all pretty much leveled out in a sense. So pretty much it ain't no purpose of losing extra games to get the worst record. It's no purpose. So, but you can't evade like a buns galore. Like if niggas is ass, they ass. Like you ain't gonna help it by reducing their chances of getting a favorable pick. They suck. They can play competitively and lose the same way they would lose by 30. So it's kind of like, I guess. I'm not sure how much is gonna transpire to like organizations or players like actually playing at like game 80, with no reason to even play because you're out the playoffs. You might be out the play in. I don't know. Luckily, it ain't too many. Well, it's actually a good slew of prospects coming up in high school type shit. So, you
Yeah,
know,
I feel like they really are sitting there starting to promote more of these like 7-footers now too. Like
type shit.
we're gonna see a 7-footer playing small forward pretty soon. Like, well, I mean, we already see that in like Kevin, but we're gonna
Yeah.
see more of those. Like,
Yeah. They definitely gonna be coming out the woodwork. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for real. For real, I can't think of any other things as far as the NBA.
did y'all already choose who y'all think would go top 5 in the draft? Or I think we did do that.
Yeah, I think we
Type
did
shit.
do
I
that.
mean, we can go more in depth, like as the all season start and stuff like that, whenever we get the chance. But
I
I
mean,
I'm locked in with AJ. It's difficult because the Wizards got the number one pick and they're not as solidified as keeping it. Like I'm not sure what they gonna do. Is they gonna trade Anthony Davis? Is they gonna trade Trey Young? Like, is they gonna make some drastic trades to add on to that core that they just got? Is kind of a difficult situation. But
I
talent
mean, it would
wise,
be
I'm going
stupid for
AJ
them to do that
DeBosa.
though.
You said
I,
what?
I'm saying it would be. I mean, yeah, of course. I don't think they trading that number one pick. That's all I'm. I mean, that's one thing I can say. I think they go and draft AJ, probably trade AD to at least add on to that core, but they're at least still in that building process. Like they're not. I don't think they're going to just try to jump the gun and think that they could be automatically like a contender or anything like that. I mean, I'll just start off, yeah, with basically saying like the Wizards, I can see them at least possibly being a play-in team next year, especially if they do draft AJ, like and still somehow keep that young core and add additions to it. But this Wizards team, man, I feel like it's a lot of gaps that they got to fill with this, or not even gaps, but they got a lot of things that they got to fix with this. Just about still, because then I mean Trey Young, even then you still gave him up. Well, the Hawks gave him up because it pretty much was like another ball dominant player on the floor that he couldn't really like play with just about. So how can Trey Young basically like fit into your future at this point? Like, is he gonna be your he should be your number two, number three option, yeah.
Kind of like a Darren Williams type thing.
But the thing is though, like how we got well, I mean, because even then we don't have no other ball dominant player like that. But yeah, like where are you gonna go with this? Like, because if you get another ball dominant player, which might be AJ, because he's gonna want the ball more so in like those ISO situations, because that's gonna be your ISO player just about.
Yep.
Can Trey Young manage with that, especially since he's like a defensive liability?
I think I think he'll be more accepting of like a lesser role in a sense. Not like he's just like playing 28 minutes or some shit like that, but kind of like a realization for himself in a sense. Like, okay, I'm not the best defensive player. If it helps for another defensive guard to be out there instead of me, as long as I'm getting starter minutes, I can be productive in that minutes. I think he'll more so be in that type of mode instead of like complaining about, being the number one option and playing 38 minutes a game type shit. Like, I feel like for one, he has to go with the wave type shit. Now he can also ask for a trade in any given moment. So that's one thing. But I don't think he's in that mode. I think he's accepting of being a DC Washington Wizard. And I feel like, he understands it ain't an overnight job. It's gonna have to be a process of growth. And I feel like as a point guard, which he's always been phenomenal as far as a playmaker, I feel like, he'll get with those vibes. I feel like, he ain't go be too antsy about being a franchise star or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I don't see him wanting to still be like that number one option. But it's just like how are you gonna fit this into like your offense now? Like, I mean, yeah, he can possibly make an adjustment. So I mean, that's something to look forward to next season with this. Because definitely now, if they looking good or even a playoff team for real, I'm catching one of them games for sure. It ain't nothing to take a trip up to DC for a playoff game now.
Oh bullshit. I'd love to see the opening night.
And I mean,
Might get to
that's what I
see
kind
three
of think.
dozen.
That's what I kind of think they're leaning more towards, anyways. Like adding more so of these big markets to be like a better team now. Cause shit, now with New York being in the finals, them ratings is about to go up, baby.
Yep.
That's shit. Them ratings, oh my lord. And I think it will be more so if like the Spurs go rather than OKC. But either way, them ratings is going to be through the roof.
Y'all think somebody gonna do an OJ and interrupt the finals?
Nah, bro, come on now.
Maybe not. Okay, not an OJ. RIP to the juice. But some crazy that like interrupt. And breaking news: we gotta interrupt the finals for this worldwide announcement.
Hey, bro,
Drew
chill.
Shiesty is on the run.
Hey, bro, chill. I don't even think
He
that nigga
got
out.
Gucci Man again. But yeah, I'm just saying, because it's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. Like it's definitely gonna be just the craziest ratings. It's already as crazy as it been. I mean, damn near every OKC Spurs game is breaking records as far as viewership from
Mm-hmm.
like the past. Like they have to go back to the Jordan times. So, this has already been like historical views. So it's only gonna go up in the finals with two damn good teams playing for the championship is definitely going to be some crazy viewership. So shout out to the NBA, man. They definitely got that revenue back up and all that.
Because I mean, for what the past few years, like I mean, yeah, we've been seeing great playoff basketball, but in the finals, though, it's like we kind of already knew who was about to win the shit. Just about at least like
Type shit.
last year, of course, we were sitting there saying OKC, Indiana was getting with y'all though, so it was times where we at least thought Indiana possibly could win that joint. The year
Yeah.
before, what Boston?
Yep.
We already knew Boston was gonna beat shit. Who they fucking play?
The Mavs.
Yeah, well, I mean, nah, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, because y'all was definitely on the Mavs side over there.
Yeah, I was
So
on the. I'll say I was on the more so the Mavs side. So I'll take that back at least. Like,
yeah, and then just the fact that it's been like what 7, 8 different champions. It kind of I get what you're saying though, because I think most of those champions were kind of like the favorites anyway. But it's still kind of it's like
yeah, exactly.
it's just it's not aesthetic for the casual fans that kind of just want to see like the solidified star that they can root for, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think that's more so what it is. But you know,
No, you got it. No, that's exactly what it is.
but it's a little different this year. What I mean, of course, Wemby being a factor, but I guess Wemby, New York, and then just the pure hatred for OKC. It's kind of like a nice little pot of gumbo of viewership.
I
So
mean,
maybe that's what it is as far as that, because past years I don't know. I'm a basketball fan, so every narrative that's came out, I can like get with. I can get with every narrative. Like even with the Golden State Warriors with KD, as much as I like detest it, and as much as it was OP, it was still type entertaining to watch that narrative. Like so, it's kind of difficult for me to say like what's the difference between viewership 2, 3 years ago and then now.
no, I mean that is true. But even with viewership though, when KD even went to Golden State, that shit definitely went through the roof when they was playing against like the Cavs in the
Yeah,
finals. Cause
and
yeah,
that shit
yeah,
was weird
KD,
because they was
LeBron,
doing
and
BTA.
stuff.
Yeah, That shit, I still remember that shit, bro. I remember working at like a truck stop type shit. They had like this big ass room, bro. Two big ass TVs, bro. Both of them Jones had the finals, bro. Niggas was locked in, bro. Just watching Kevin Durant cheat, bro. That shit was cheating, my nigga. Pull up hezzy threes, dropping 40, bro. I was like, man, this nigga a hoe, bro.
Nigga
I'm
doing that
sorry,
shit with
KD, but
ease.
that nigga, man. But yeah, that's about it. I don't pretty much got anything else. I'm just waiting on this game like everybody else, man. We got about 6 some hours.
My heart
Yeah,
beating.
that's what I'm
This shit
doing
good
too.
enough. This shit good enough to watch the pregame jump, bro. I
My
don't
heart
know.
my heart beating right now.
Hey man, welcome to the party, man. Best of luck. It's gonna be phenomenal. I'm feeling the same type shit because niggas is dealing with the fucking alien, bro. But we in the O. We in the O block, baby.
Hey, they got one in the O2, man.
Hey, they did, but you gotta do it again. Gotta do it again.
Man, how many times have they done it though?
No one has ever done it.
In
Not
the
in the
game
game seven
seven, yeah.
situation.
In the game seven, yeah, we seen that, yeah.
So, but hey, that's not
So
me
and you
saying
and you
that is an
said this wasn't
automatic
a
lock.
defining moment?
But defining is like a definition, meaning that's the absolute meaning. I don't think it's an absolute meaning in a sense. I think, but yeah, like I don't think it's like when you say definite, that means it's kind of like stamped, and I don't think it's just so for surely stamped. You know what I mean? Like I think it's like the early process of it type shit. But I do think it's a major milestone. Like as far as like if we're just going by legacies and stories, like this is so phenomenal that it's going to be like a story for three legacies. You know what I mean? Like this is going to
Mm.
be part of Wemby's story. This is going to be part of Shea's story. This is going to be part of the York Knicks story when it gets to that point. So, I do feel like as far as it being like a major chapter in everyone who's involved's careers, it's definitely that. It's definitely a major stage. It's a rare matchup. Again, 260 teams or 260 win teams playing against each other in the Western Conference Finals. Two young teams with two historical players. Like, say what you want about Shea, but he is historical. And
Yeah.
with the potential that Wemby has, we already know he's going to be a top 5 player ever. That's stamp. I'm sorry if I'm dropping the gun on that. Maybe I'm being a little premature. But if healthy, you give that man an 18-year career, he's a top 5 player in NBA history. The numbers just going to stack up in his favor. So, you know, we're seeing that at the early stage. So it's unprecedented, man. But it's a lot. Like we're gonna see this for a long time. Like I got it being like a good 6 to 10 years possibly. Like just OKC Spurs shit. You don't know who's going to leave or get traded or whatever. But just as far as like the franchises playing in that competitive playoff matchup, 45 and 44 San Antonio way, I feel like that's going to transpire in the next 10 years with both of those franchises going in playoff matchups. So yeah, this is going to be a movie, bro. It's gonna be what do you call past a trilogy? A trilogy? I don't know. Basically, it's gonna be like the Fast and the Furious. Goddamn, it's gonna be like 8 renditions of
Man.
OKC versus Spurs in the playoffs.
Woo, game seven, baby. Please be a
The
good one
best,
to us.
the best words in sports history. Game motherfucking 7. So go and play the New York Knicks. So it gets better
Man.
for one of these teams. One of these teams are finna, you know, somebody gonna have to send somebody some tissue, bro. Like, cause this, like, hell, we probably both need some tissue. I don't know if I'm gonna be too emotional to cry over getting to the finals, but it's definitely gonna be like, oh my god, we got this nigga, we got this nigga. But you know, if it goes the other way, it's gonna be like, This nigga finna take over the league. Like, it ain't even gonna be like a one head tap. It gonna be like, oh my God, this motherfucker is here to run the West at least, bare minimum. Oh, it's crazy, bro.
I'm ready to play only 3 legs, cause Lord have mercy.
Prize
It's
pick got for you prize pickians. They got a free ticket for Wemby, 0.5 points. I repeat, 0.5 points. Free little ticket on prize pick.
man. Ugh.
Put your little 10 bean on that. Add some other shit. I would say add the young boy for the White Sox, the Chicago White Sox, not to go into MLB a little bit, but Marukuma. But he's injured, man. He's injured. Out for 4 to 6 weeks. He'll be back soon. But if y'all been keeping up with MLB and y'all know about Otani Young One, you know, Otani's young killer prospect that
Nah,
he caught to hit them home runs. By the way, Marawaku is, if I can say his name right, I can never say his name right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He's the fastest to get 20 home runs in the least amount of games in MLB history. So he's on some historical shit. So I would have loved to put him on a ticket today, but my guy's out. So shout out to him. But yeah, I'm definitely go. So y'all want to give out some picks real quick? Just some simple picks. I mean, we could just throw something like one for sure type
yeah,
shit.
I'm trying to put something in now. How you feel about Shea over 30.5?
I would swing towards points and assists, maybe PRA.
It's
If
definitely a
you
PRA kind of game today, man.
if you don't feel confident about his scoring, I would look towards R and A too, because he usually covering that type shit. You can kind of go a little lower, but yeah, it's
So
definitely
points
a
and assists.
PR.
Points and assists. How you feel?
I feel like that's the best because if he's getting triple team, he's going to have a lot of potential assists. It's all about us hitting shots, but I think he's going to have some leeway to get like a good amount of assists before he can like really get into his bag. Like points alone, I feel like it's gonna kind of be like a little on runs type shit or in spurts because they're gonna triple team him. They play phenomenal defense even when they don't triple team him. So it's gonna be a chess game with Shea picking his spots to score. It's not gonna just be like comfortable in freelance, even though they're in OKC. It's still gonna be like I got to figure out when they're gonna blitz. I got to figure out how to attack, pick and roll double teams and stuff like that, high hedges and stuff. But I feel like Shea has been a willing passer to get like a good amount of assists. So like that's probably my reason to go PRA. He's gonna get some calls too. So, the rebounds is kind of like because he can get like a good 4 rebounds to like just add, put the cherry on top. But I feel like these are one of the games where the bigs are going to be a little more involved, especially on the glass. Chet has been rebounding the ball pretty good. Isaiah Hartenstein has been, somewhat similar, but when he has his games, he definitely dominates on the boards. And Jay Will, he can fuck around and be a problem on the boards too. So, and we got some willing rebounders at guard too. So it's kind of like the rebounding I kind of shy away from. But if you can find like a low PRA, maybe like 35, or if you can get that jump to like 33, 32 and a half, and it's not like in the thousands, I was swaying in that direction. But, you know, I like the PA more so.
Okay. How you feel about Chet 13.5?
I wouldn't bank on it, but he could definitely cruise. Yeah, I definitely this game 7 Wemby. You already know he trying to smack everything, bro. Smack every fucking thing. Five
Okay.
fingers, palm. Like,
Okay, so I can do Wemby blocks.
yeah, definitely. I'm more of a like steal blocks guy for Wemby, but they be having them at like 4.5. If you can get like steals and blocks at a 4, he might can get you 3 blocks and 1 steal type shit. He might can get you 4 blocks. He might can get you 2 steals and 2 blocks, and that'll cover. But that's gonna be low. That's more just like a filler type shit. But sometimes he be inconsistent, and then sometimes we've learned to not try this nigga like willingly, like so. But yeah, um, I'm trying to think. I'm leaning towards Caruso 2 threes. These type of games, I've seen Caruso step up and thrive in, especially at the 3-point line. He's been consistent enough. And then with J Dub being officially out, that's more invitation for Caruso to kind of get in his bag, be the player that he was in like the first 4 to 5 games where he was putting up like damn near 20, if not 20, hitting a good amount of threes. So, I can see Caruso leaving with 2 threes. And if not threes, then probably like, you can put him for steals and blocks too. He's more, of a steal guy, but Caruso could fuck around, get you a sneaky block on something. Who knows? So,
How
you
you
know,
feel about Jerry McCain?
Jared McCain, this the game you expect him to, hit his threes and stuff like that. But, I'm still kind of, I don't want to say I don't trust Jared McCain. I expect him to have a good game. And at most, I would go 2 threes. But, you know, San Antonio, I think game by game is respecting his offensive ability. So they're taking more of an onus to like attack him. Again, you earn respect when you get hit twice with 2 should have been flagrant fouls. They only gave 1 to Mason Plumlee, but Bismack Biyombo had to get a lick too. And that was all off respect. That was Wemby's call. He said, hey, the one with the fingernails, lay him down. And sure enough, they got some licks on him. So
He said the
yeah,
fruit
Jerry
cup over
McCain,
there. Put him down.
Stockway Blue style. But yeah, like Jerry McCain has earned their respect enough for them to kind of hone in on him. So it's not to say that he'll get shut down, but I think it's more of a respect factor. But again, like he can get loose at that 3-point line, and he's very mobile as an off-ball threat. So if he get one little slick look at the rim, that bitch going up. So those attempts gonna be there, and I think he gonna hit a couple in OKC. Like
As a nigga with locks, let's stop with the hair pulling. Wimby and Hartenstein.
please,
Cause y'all
all this
niggas, that
is
shit.
is Bush League is
That's my
getting a
little. That's my
little
little ticket
extra
I put in. That's my little ticket.
for
Hey,
sure, for sure.
bro. Nah, that shit is crazy. These niggas really are pulling each other locks. Like, well, pulling the locks.
That shit crazy. It's been a lot of extra shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the playoffs.
Bro, that's a
I just
flagrant.
wanted to be consistent through the game. It's
That's
like if y'all not calling that, don't call no ticky tack shit. Cause I'd be the most pissed nigga in the world when they call some ticky tack shit on check. I'd be like, damn, like he actually did good. Y'all gonna call that shit.
no, that nigga Rail would have been upset if Wimby didn't get ejected when he elbowed Nas Reed though.
I mean, nah, that would have been crazy. You know why I would have got upset? Because
I,
niggas was bitching about Lou Dort tripping Jokic and crying about that shit.
I knew it.
So if you would have made any excuse about Wemby getting ejected for elbowing a nigga, I would have been on your case, buddy. Yes, sir. You already know it.
He
That's
said.
just common. That's just math right there.
He said he would have been on your head top.
All right, man. All right. You went a little bit. All right. But anyway, yeah. No, I already know. Rail would have been going crazy. Man, what?
Because it would have been a straight contradiction if you would have caked for that. But, you know, luckily we understand that
Man, how
Wemby
the
was
fuck that ain't
deserving.
no flagrant?
Nah, but they already been letting them get away with plenty of shit. So I kind of already accepted it at this point.
Because it's
It's
the
it's only
playoffs,
it's
though.
only so far that I could get to a game 5, a game 6, and be like, oh my God, why y'all ain't call that? He fouled that nigga. What? That's a tech. That's a tech. At this point, I already accept that they ain't gonna call some of these things. Cause to be honest, bro, this has been a hackathon the whole damn series.
Yeah.
No, it has been.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So they're not calling, they're not gonna call this shit. They're not gonna call every goddamn foul. So I just accepted it as the fact, like, okay. It
even then,
just
though, that's why I was gonna ask. Like, do you think, like, if that Lou Dort situation happened in the playoffs, do you think they really would have ejected Buddy, or they would have just,
nah,
let it go?
they would let that go.
Yeah,
In the
but let,
playoffs,
So I mean,
they
I
let
see
that
why
go.
they did that. At least in the regular season, though, real. I mean, it's the regular season, and then it was close to the playoffs. So, do you really want to see Jokic go down?
It was, but it won't as egregious as like hitting him. Like it
It
was a
it
trip.
won't. It
Give him a
won't. But it's
flagrant foul
still.
1 and move on. I'm not saying he shouldn't deserve a flagrant, but a flagrant 2 over a trip. That's why you got flagrant 1s and flagrant 2s. Some things are a little more egregious to get ejected over. And I feel like that was not as egregious. It was
But
sneaky as a bitch. It was dirty, but it wasn't like,
exactly though, it
jump
was
in the mud.
dirty. So we
But it
didn't.
was not. It was like a smear versus jumping in a mud pool. Like
But we
that's
still didn't know
completely
what was
different.
going. We didn't know what was going to happen. Like if this nigga would have like rolled over his ankle or just came out of nowhere and said he got like a calf injury or something.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't know what was gonna happen. But if he would have straight up kicked Brian his knee, we would have knew what had happened, right? That's what I'm saying. It left enough room to be like, okay, that was a little excessive, but it's not to the point where it's like, oh, he really intentionally tried to like trip bro over and he fall and hurt himself. No, he just tried to make his presence known. And we talking about the regular season. I mean, hey, apples to oranges. Like, again, I'm not one to just toss niggas over some slight shit. You gotta deliberately punch a motherfucker in his face to get ejected for me. Other than that, it's gonna be some scratches and bruises. Am I supposed to call all those? So everybody getting ejected for tripping over niggas. That's what we doing?
I mean, like I said, man, yeah, this is a regular season.
We talking about habitual offender Lou Dort. We're not talking about anybody else.
That was probably his first time getting ejected. Nah, actually, it was probably like his third. But that was like in 1 year, which was this year. Hey, say what you want. The boy want to win.
That's what he said though. He a habitual offender. That's 3 strikes, nigga.
Hey man, the
I
boy
would know
want to
something
win.
about
Bro.
that.
The big league. Fuck you.
Hey. Well, y'all might see an RKO tonight. But yeah, man. I'm pretty much wrapped up. I don't really got I don't want to leave anything out. Rob, you never gave your Iceman take. I just want to hear a slight musical take because you was on that motherfucking chat talking about, oh, we gonna switch things up with the music take. I gotta hear this shit, man. I've been waiting. I need to hear some DJ Tazademics. Like
sharing the music though. He actually been posting it on his page and everything. Like,
I mean, I guess. I mean, what, y'all make it seem like I wasn't supposed to listen to Drake or something?
you was one of the most critical. All right.
One of the most critical, what?
You was one of the most vocal ones, man.
Are you serious?
Yes,
he
man.
was only critical of the battle. I don't think he was critical of Drake.
Oh man.
Exactly. I always say
That's
I
how
still
we
like
both
Drake,
was,
and I
because
always said it's not.
you can't say I switched up. Or you can't say I was on the fence or some shit like that.
He can't say none of us was on the fence. It was just a rap battle, and that's what we kept
You know what?
explaining to him.
Yeah.
It's just a rap battle.
We chose the winner.
We knew Drake was not going. We basically said we knew Drake was not going to basically like lose his stardom just from like that battle. Anyway.
Go back to the chat. We can go back to the chat during the Super Bowl and see what y'all really was saying.
Okay, go ahead.
We was basically saying he won, nigga.
No,
yeah, we just said Kendrick won that battle. That's it.
Okay.
And you know another thing I always said? I always said Drake had a leeway to address the fact that Kendrick could have possibly capped and is looking more likely about some of the things he was saying about Drake, like the daughter and stuff like that. I was saying,
That's
like,
cap.
yeah, Drake still got some ammunition to use against Kendrick type shit. So it's like, I already knew where it was going to get to. Now that I knew he was going to drop a nuke, like kind of, sort of because of the time that he took. But
did you know the nuke? Did you know the nuke was going to be like this?
No, because I feel like, and I can understand for you being like an absolute Drake enthusiast or whatever, I can understand why you feel some tension in the air as far as like motherfuckers getting back on that side or whatever side, because the numbers are so spectacular. You would have never thought that he got this. You would have never thought niggas would have picked a side or whatever. Like, he has taken over the whole demographic. So it's like, where are those niggas that was like, oh no, fuck Drake forever type shit? Like, nah, this nigga can't come back. Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like, number one type shit. Like,
niggas was doing the same thing with Pusha when he was losing to Pusha T, but you know, it just was bigger because it was because it was part of the big three. Like,
nah, I ain't gonna lie, he took a big hit with me, but that was more, it wasn't because of the raps, it was more so because of the blackface shit, if y'all remember that. That's how I was like, no, Drake a whole ass nigga, but
yeah, no, that's
but I kind of just let that. At the end of the day,
that nigga exposed that he had a son and everything. I said, go.
Yeah, that was dark times. That was dark times. When
He
Jay
still
Prince
didn't
get
lose.
involved,
But that's what I mean, though. He still doesn't lose stardom. Like, this man is still going to be deaf. I mean, he's basically like the Michael Jackson of our era, bro.
Yeah, and that's
That's
solidified now.
Might be a little bigger.
I mean, might be, to be honest with you, but I don't know though.
Hey,
He might just be right there though.
one more classic album is undisputed. There's no discussion for the end of history.
Shit, he
Unless
independent now,
unless
so
Drake can follow
he
up.
can
I
drop
mean,
his own
unless
shit.
you said what?
I said he independent now, so he can drop anytime now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like I got him taking a little hiatus, like a little a
He,
little a
he
little
already said
trip
it.
to
He already said
Cancun.
it. He already said a year.
Yeah, so and that's deserving. He dropped 3 albums, so it's like do what you will. But you know, when he come back with that next album though, again, taking a break
Is it gonna be a
and
hip hop
loading
album
up.
though?
He gonna switch it up, bro. I can already tell you now. He gonna switch up that flow.
Yeah, I think he'll switch up the flow. I think he'll bring out some heavy hitters. Cause it's still scars being mended that he will accept. Someone like Future, he probably fuck around, get those little baby features lined up, probably get some of the classic repertoire stuff. Cause I feel like the best thing for him is now that he's seen his hand work, he got a royal flush. Now that he's seen that work, it's back to dropping whatever for real, not whatever, but like
To
I can
mixtape
attack
Drake,
all
man.
all sides of rap. Now I can go back to trap, I can go back to yap, I can go back to blap. It don't matter. Like put Drake on the feature, and that's what I think he could kind of do in this hiatus. He probably dropped like a good couple features type shit. Probably try to put some of his artists on or whatever. But I feel like he gonna definitely start recouping on some of the teammates that he probably lost. I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Scott get on the song. I wouldn't be surprised if you get Wayne or somebody. Like he
That's
gonna
that's
definitely
that's
have
long
some of the
overdue. That's long overdue though.
yeah. So is he gonna have those repertoires, but I still leave it. I still leave enough room for Kendrick to shit on him again. Like I don't think it's done with because this beef is not done with. They still talking shit. So I feel like Kendrick, he got a haymaker coming. That's on the way whenever it drop. But is it gonna knock him out? Because if Drake come with another haymaker, I think he's gonna knock Kendrick out. He ain't standing on too much, especially with some of the 2004 accolades dying out a little bit. And again, in 2026, Drake has reached number one in what all-time hits on the Billboard or something like that. Like
Yep.
some crazy. So and that's over Mike. He just passed Michael Jackson. That's huge. That's damn near bigger than rap. So you gotta really come with the shits if you're a Kendrick Lamar and even a little J. Cole type shit. Because J. Cole kind of pumping his just a little bit, but I think he's content with being
The,
whatever,
the
whatever.
third fiddle.
And he could be fourth because we already know Future's finna do a World Cup performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, Future on the way as well, and he can definitely get some of that 2024 mystique he had himself and bring it to a newer level now. So is a lot of shit that can happen in the rap game as far as the rankings, but I think right now Drake damn near got it in the chokehold, bro. It's too much. It's too much steam going for his weight. But when you got the ultimate neutralizer in that steam, shit can flip in an instant. It can
Nah,
definitely flip in an instant.
you can
Don't
go ahead and
sleep on
finish,
the
bro. But
boogeyman.
I gotta swear, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, my dog. Holler at you later, man. Best of luck. We'll be in the chat for sure.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, y'all.
All
My
right, babe.
dog. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you up too much, too, Brody. It's just, whatever the case may be. Shit, we ain't even really hear what he had to say. But we'll say this all this shit go cook up anyway. So, you know, yeah, I guess we could just leave it there. Shout out to Iceman. I'm still playing it heavy in my rotation. I can't get away from it, to be honest. So I don't know if it's the bot. I ain't gonna say nothing about no bots for Drake. I ain't even gonna go there. The motherfucker, I just, I'm what I like to do musically on Thursdays and Fridays is kind of do like a little throwback Thursday, flashback Friday type shit. So I listen to the classics on that day. And I'd be damned if plot twists or firm friends come on or make them pay, make them remember, run back to Atlanta. One of them bitches go come on. Like I'll be on a
No,
good 3 Street.
a lock one of them bitches to come on.
No bullshit. But I can't complain because it put me in that mode. Like I fucks with it. So, yeah. Shout out to Drizzy Drake. You know, he definitely dropped a nuke. Again, I said 9.7, and I'm comfortable staying with that. I see no drop offs. And again, I really like Gothic Drake. I like I like how he look in the Take Care cover.
Uh-huh.
I like that Drake.
Right.
Like, what's that song? Because a lot of niggas didn't fuck with this song, but I fuck with it heavy, and I don't know why, because it was just such a gloomy song. But that uh nee, 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 alright. What's that song? Uh Ride. Well, that sounds crazy. Pause. But Ride, I think.
The
The
Rad.
last ride, something like that.
Yeah, the Rad. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like gloomy and sad. It's that lady
yeah.
singing in the background. He just in his chair, just contemplating type shit. But yeah, like that type of Drake, that's what I like. I like a sit down
You
and
got
reflect.
that. You got that on make them pay.
Yep. Make them pay, make them remember. Those make them pay, make them remember, and firm friends. The gloominess in that song, both of those songs, they kind of all sound a little similar because it's kind of like low tempo. But when Drake's speaking, bro, oh my God, bro. He gets in his bag, bro. Wait, okay, let me just talk. Let me have the floor. When he's in that mode, oh my God, bro. It's like him in the in the ESPYs. Give him the floor, he's gonna rock the stage. He don't have to just rap. Like he is a talker. Like he good for streams. Like I'm glad he kind of getting on that stream shit type vibe.
He'd definitely be the best streamer. He'd definitely be the number one streamer if he streamed.
Hey, he said he was Aiden Ross before Aiden Ross. Shit, I can see him being like, what's that nigga on Power Rangers? The nigga that be in that two Power Rangers. I need you to make this lit. Yeah, like he's that. Like he's Voltron, whatever his name is.
Voltar, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like he's the assembler of this shit. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man, I ain't gonna get
three's
too much
out,
glaze.
man. Three's out, man.
All right, my dog.
Good
I'll holler at
chat.
you later. We
W
in the
chat,
chat.
man. Good chat. Three's
Yes,
out.
sir. Already. All right, we are done here. I ain't gonna go too much far on the WNBA because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been too locked in. It's been a lot of things just transpiring as far as in the sports world. Um, I did keep up with a game. I wasn't able to watch it. Who was it? Was it Golden State versus Indiana? No, I think it was. I think it was because Veronica Burton had a great game. I can't remember who it was though specifically. So I ain't been too typed in. But I do just want to say I said on the last pod, I was kind of struggling with like who's the favorites. And they did just take a L to the Minnesota Lynx. So this like their second L. But the Atlanta Dream, they have been playing some good ball. And I would also like to shout out Angel Reese. She has definitely been fulfilling her role as a all-star player, as a player that was traded for 2 first-round draft picks and all that stuff. As controversial as her trade was, being only in Chicago for 2 years, you know, and her being shipped off to Atlanta or whatever the case. She has been fucking hooping and she's been efficient in like her last, I don't know, 4 something games. Again, I ain't been too locked in, so I ain't catch all of them. But yeah, she's been putting up some good efficient numbers, good 15s and stuff like that. The rebounding has kind of been a little drop off, but you talking about, you know, a drop off from 14, 15 a game per average. So it's like, it ain't too far. She still go rebound, me bound, she bound, and four. So, shout out to Angel Reese hooping with the dream. She's definitely having a great start. Along with Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard and that core that they got going on, they have a good record, probably the best record in the W. Um, but they did lose to the Minnesota Lynx, who are also very high up in the rankings. Um, I can't even remember the game that I seen with them. Ah, who did I see? I don't know, because they played a sorry team. I don't think I was even locked in. They played against Chicago yesterday. Yeah, they played against Chicago. And no, Chicago played against somebody else. fuck, I can't remember. I get these things overlap. I be trying to watch the games when I can. And then it was like 3 games on at the same time around 7. And I tried to watch all them bitches. It was, and then I'm a night owl. You know what I'm saying? Night shift, team night shift. So I couldn't even catch the 10 o'clock game. I think it was Connecticut and no, it was Atlanta and Portland. That's who played last. And I ain't even get a chance to watch all that. But I ain't go, I'm gonna lock in when I lock in. You feel me? When I lock in for real, shit will be up. We still are early, so I can't even drop or I can't jump the gun too early with like predictions and stuff like that. I am happy to see AZ Fudd starting and getting buckets left to right. So I'm very cool with that. If she giving 20 a game type vibes like she's been doing, did it against the Aces. I gotta replay that game because I ain't get to watch that as well. But I would definitely lock in on that game because we won. So shout out to my wings, my Paisley wings. I'm excited about the production that we're getting. Jessica Shepard had a triple fucking double again. So she's been playing some high level basketball. I'm glad we stole her from the Lynx. She's been very productive. Yeah, like other than that, I gotta lock in with some of these teams, man. It's been some quality hoops. So, you know, I'll be more than happy to lock in when I can. But as of right now, the NBA reigns overall is a reason why these viewerships is very fucking high. And I'm one to go back and watch a full game if I didn't catch the entirety of a game. So, you know, I'm locked in with this NBA shit, man. My team got a chance to go to the finals back to back years and possibly get a championship back to back years. There's historical feats. But on the other end, we got one of the greatest talents, if not the greatest talent that we've seen in NBA fucking history. So for all these generations that have been hating on these prior generations, especially now in the 2020s, what can you say after you've seen the alien drop down from the fucking sky on the planet Earth to play hoops and is breaking records left to right? We are in a super rare era of basketball royalty, I would say, because someone's going to win. It probably be a plethora of players that'll win, but someone's going to tally up some wins here and there in the next 5 to 6 years, and it's going to be some very uncomfortable conversations 6 years from now. And Lord knows what platform I'm going to be on. We could damn sure run this shit forever. But whatever platform I'm on, because I'm definitely going to be on some type of platform. It could just be Twitter or something. I'm going to be talking about all this crazy ass shit that's going to transpire. Because, unluckily, I ain't get the chance to watch Michael Jordan live and analyze Michael Jordan through a regular season and a playoff and a championship run. All I had was Space Jam. But that cleared up basically everything. For real, for real. But yeah, like, so I'm excited to see, the next rendition of possible dominance by a singular player. You know, Shaq and Kobe, and let me not, of course, forget LeBron James. I'm grateful to see them operate in their dominance, but most of those guys, if not all, had some very incredible help. And I think just an interesting thing for Wemby's sake is that he isn't, as of right now, blessed to play with a Hall of Fame superstar player. Now, maybe, the guy that I said is the next Russell Westbrook, Stephon Castle, and I will say it again, for better or worse, because I was trying to give him a little leeway with the turnovers, because, Russell Westbrook is historically a turnover prone player. And back in his young days, you talking about leading the league in turnovers. Sheesh. But yeah, I try to give Steph Castle a little leeway, but Jesus Christ, when you playing on a team that's so well oiled like this and you still giving up 11 turnovers, 10 turnovers, when you at the point where four or five turnovers is like, all right, yeah, we can still win the game with that. I ain't even mad at 5 turnovers. That's kind of some crazy work right there. But again, when you dunking on niggas, oh my God, that Isaiah Hartenstein, that motherfucker still is doing numbers on reels and videos and stuff like that. That was an all-time classic poster right there. So, you know, maybe Steph Castle can develop to like the Russell Westbrook to Wemby's Kevin Durant. And he has a very good chance. He has a strong pedigree of basketball acumen in these last 4 years since high school. From high school, college, and now he has had some of the highest pedigree you can have for a young player. And he's had some phenomenal games in this playoff run. So he's not far off from being that Hall of Fame superstar player to play with Wemby. But as of now, Wemby did not get no free agent superstar player that was already established, like Kobe had Shaq, or LeBron had D Wade, or um, yeah, that's pretty much it in this era of basketball that I've seen. You can even go Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Even Steph Curry had two all KD. So as much as he's won without Kevin Durant and without superstars, he still has some aid from superstars. So, you know, he's not of that too. Oh, the guy that I forgot to mention, Tim Mother in Duncan. Now, I don't know if you consider Greg Popovich a superstar tangible, but if you do, I can understand. But that's the coach. At the end of the day, oh, he had David Robinson. He was ingratiated by David Robinson. So okay. I'll be a little light on Tim's side, but I still think after David Robinson, when it only took a year for Tim Duncan to become a demand, the finals MVP outside of David Robinson, because he had to come up off that. No being the Don. He had to come up off that number one spot. So yeah, like Tim Duncan definitely came through and took over shit in less than a year. And in that first year, he was definitely at that level of David Robinson. So, you know, it was a little different from Timmy, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he definitely did have to have a superstar to help him win. Wemby, I'm not seeing that so much, and the only player that you can compare it to is Michael Jordan because he had to homegrown Scottie Pippen. And yeah, anybody else that was on them championship teams, the Horace Grants, the Tony Koo coaches, the guys that weren't all that on those teams, the Luke Longleys and all that. Like he had to do some major work as the foundational leader. John Paxton, Steve Kerr. Are these niggas that you're afraid of on 2K or in real life? I mean, we seen the results. But even then, it's like if you was to line up against Steve Kerr in his prime, you're not thinking you're going to get like a good 8 buckets. Now he might blitz you out the motherfucking gym with his shooting, but I'm pretty sure you think you can get. And no disrespect, Steve Kerr is 6'2". He's still a big motherfucker. I feel like I can get Steve Kerr some buckets, nigga. John Paxson, he probably play a little better defense. I feel like I can get some buckets on John Paxson. Now Craig Hodges, he probably clamp. Ron Holland for sure clamping me up. I ain't, but he a little. This bad needs Ron Harper, so I don't know. I think I got a chance on some middies. If he let me get some mid range, I think I got a chance. But all I'm saying is these are not historically great players that you can say LeBron, Shaq, Kobe, and again a little light on the Tim Duncan. He had a baby Kawhi, so that's a little of a pass too. There's a little of a pass, but Kawhi was the Finals MVP. But still, Wemby, he got some. This is the probably the youngest. I don't know if they surpassed OKC last year's Thunder, my OKC team, because I think we were the second youngest in NBA history to like reach these heights. But I think they've penciled themselves in as the youngest ever. So again, we're talking about a very, very young team. First trip to the playoffs. I never seen nothing like this. So that's just what I'm getting at as far as like, the storyline for Wemby. And then again, Shea being able to get a ring again, finals MVP is a short shorty or short but shorty list of players that have done the things that Shea could possibly do by the last game of this season. So, and then the New York Knicks, that aesthetic, just seeing New York win a championship in any fashion is great fashion. So, but yeah, enough of the yap. Again, I'm gonna tap in with some WNBA. I know it's a game that's probably already started that I got a little fun yun. Um, I don't even remember who I put, to be honest. That's dangerous when you don't remember who you even put. I think I went slight though. Who I went slight with? I know I'm gonna put Nisa Morrow on probably 10 rebounds. I might go 9. I might go 9. But my baby Aaliyah Edwards is out to further notice, I think. Now if she come back and play, then maybe I might be light on the Nisa Morrow rebounds. But yeah, she's definitely been coming off the bench getting double. So you definitely might want to fuck with Anissa Morrow on the parlays. That's just my little bit of advice. Um, oh, who the fuck did the Wizards? I mean, not the Wizards, the Mystics. God damn it, Shakira Austin was going crazy. I seen a little bit of that. I was kind of pissed that Sonya Citron was looking a little decent. Cause God, she sold me the last couple days. My Lord, Sonya Citron been selling me. But fuck, I forgot who they played. It was a decent game. All 3 games in the beginning were decent. I just can't fucking remember who the fuck. But I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in on the W because I love the W, and I'm glad to see that there's some good hoopage going on. It could probably be a little better, but I ain't gonna complain as long as you can hit on some good amount of parlays. That's when I started getting the complaining. Did they play the Sparks? The Mystics played the Sparks. That's who it was. Yeah. Oh, you know what I was locked in on? Cameron motherfucking Brink. Cam Brink went crazy in like the third quarter. Oh my God, she was hitting tray balls and everything, getting blocks. Now she won't get in too many rebounds and stuff like that. But when I said she snapped, oh my God, Cam Brink, you gotta play like that every fucking game. She been going crazy too. She had a good game against the Aces. She been putting up some numbers. So shout out to Cam Brink, man. She's been stepping up. She got called out by her coach and stuff like that, and she's been stepping up ever since. So I fuck with that because Cam Brink has always been a special talent since Stanford. Like since a freshman at Stanford, winning the championship her sophomore year, I think. She's always been a special talent as the best player, as a role player, whatever the case may be. So, shout out to her because she's definitely a special talent. But yeah, that's all, man. That's all. I don't know if I got to say prayers to Rakia Jackson. She got a torn ACL, so I hate to see that for her because I thought she was gonna be one of those other stars, coming from the Sparks and having a number 1 scoring role with the Chicago Sky. I was gonna be happy to see that, but unfortunately, we got to wait a year or whenever she comes back. But Godspeed and all that. Um, and that's probably about it. Oh, speaking of the Sparks, Kelsey Plum, she's out for a good amount of time. So, hopefully she get well sooner than later. And, you know, it don't stop the Sparks from doing some good things because the Sparks got a good team. So, they might do a little something this year. But, for the most part, it sucks to see one of the best players in the W be out. But yeah, um, definitely go tap in with the W. Olivia Miles, I just want to say she's still killing, but Flage picking up a little steam, a little steam, a little steam, a little steam. But Olivia Miles, man, she's in great company. Great motherfucking company. If we talking about all-time rookies, and I mean you can name every rookie in the book. Even Candace Parker, who won MVP as a rookie. And I think also Yolanda Griffin. I'm not too keen on the early 20s with the WNBA. But I know Yolanda Griffin was one of those like early MVPs, like if not her first year, her second year type shit. I'm not saying Olivia Miles gonna be an MVP, but she is a couple good dominant games away from being in MVP conversation. And that's when it started getting a little tricky. But other than that, shout out to the W. Gotta catch up with the Fever and all those other highly acclaimed teams. We'll get to in-depth conversations about that. I just gotta shout the W every chance I get because who fucks with the W heavy, man. I'm so happy for them and all their accomplishments and milestones up to this point, especially with the revenue and stuff like that. But other than that, man, I'm gonna also tap in with some of this tennis stuff. They got the French opening going on. It's been some crazy upsets. Sinner. Oh my God, I am a sinner. Now I don't know how many times I talked about Yaka Sinner on this podcast. I usually talk about, Carlos Alcaraz. That's my guy. He's been injured for like the past two tournaments, so I ain't get to see my favorite player that I've been rocking with since he was 18 or since 2020 type shit. But yeah, like that's usually who I talk about the most on the men's side. I kind of shout out center here and there, and kind of I think a couple other guys, the Taylor Fritz and Casper Roods, and it's another guy that's out there that's pretty good. Shout out to I can never say his name right. I think it's uh uh Big Foe. If you know about Big Foe, shout out to him because he's making a hell of a run. I think it's Timothy Fin Finmoth, something like that. But shout out to him, man, because he cool, man. He be with the culture and all that, man. He be hanging out with KD and all that good stuff. He'll even have KD pull up for a game. I wouldn't be surprised if KD pull up for this next game he has. So, shout out to him, man, because he been hooping too. So, you know. But Yaku Center, man, I forgot who he even lost to, man. It's like this young prodigy type dude. He like 17, 18, something like that. And Yaku Center, bro, he was on a historical run, like 40 straight wins, bro, running through tournaments. Number one solidified. With Carlos Alcaraz out the way, Jakob Center was collecting bodies. That Alexander Chavez dude, oh my God, I seen that one. BT motherfucking A. Center is a bad man. And for him to go out in like the third round, second round type shit, that is just in fucking insane. So I'm not sure who's gonna win. It could be Big Foe. He can fuck around with the tournament. So I'm excited to see how this French Opening develops. Djokovic lost. One of the greatest tennis players ever. Djokovic lost. So it's up in the air for whoever who on the men's side for the singles. And on the women's side, I got to see what Coco did. I hope Coco got off, man. I think she was ready to lose the second set, so I'll be upset about that. She won the first one, so that's cool. But I hope she won the game, man. I hope she won the game. Um, I believe Sabalenka won her matchup. Um, oh, Coco playing against Madison Keys, I believe. Who's playing against? I think it's Coco and Madison Keys. So that there, oh my God. I'm not sure. I know Madison Keys is playing in a heavyweight game, but I can't remember who it is specifically. But yeah, shout out to Naomi Osaka, man. She's been on a hell of a run in this French opening, man. She just recently beat Eva Jokic. She's a phenomenal talent out the USA. She beat her in 3 sets, great fashion and stuff like that. So very happy for Naomi Osaka. That's one of my other, favorite tennis players that I've been watching for a good amount of time. And she was in vintage form. She's been in vintage form throughout this tournament. So I'm glad to see who she play against. I'm not sure if it's gonna be Sabalenka or Coco, but that's gonna be a dog fight, especially if Naomi keep this up. It's probably gonna be another 3 set jump. Go over on the total games and stuff like that. And who else? That's probably it for real, for real. I know Rabakina, she got upset early. So it's been a lot of upsets on this tournament. It's been a historical amount of upsets in this French opening for 2026. So it's been some good tennis, man. Some great fucking tennis, as a matter of fact. And I'm excited to see how these finals wrap up. And also, just to get off of that, I would like to say shout out to one of my favorite young players that I've been watching a little bit. She had an amazing upset against Arena Sabalenka not too long ago. And Haley Batiste, I think she's only like 19, 20 or something like that. She's been on a phenomenal run playing some of her best tennis, had some really great games. And unfortunately, it looked like she torn her ACL. Hopefully, it's just a grade 2 sprain at the most. But, it was a very horrific injury to see, you know, kind of got me a little teary-eyed, man. It was like looking at my little sister, go through something very horrific. With sports athletes going through ACLs, it's kind of like seeing them get shot in a sense. It's a big blow. In the athletic standpoint, you got to have a long road to recover to get back a little bit of where you was at. And then you got to hope, it's sustained and all that. So that's just the worries and fears for ACL tears and big time injuries. So, you know, Godspeed, God bless her.
She is a very young player, so she has a lot of time to get herself right. Very athletic, very spry and you know bouncy, athletic, fast twitch. God damn, my bad. She had a big ass party bus just passed. That junk loaded. Oh my god. But yeah, yeah, Haley Batiste, young player. She's from the DMV too. I think she's from like DC or something like that. So she right around the neighborhood type shit. So hate to see her go down like she did. It sucked. Her dad came on the court. He was kind of freaking out. No, he was freaking out. Like, you seeing your baby girl, and it looked like a ACL when she landed. Like her knee clearly buckled. She was crying and stuff. And in tennis matches, you can hear all the audio. So you hearing every word she's saying. And it's just a heartbreaker. But yeah, man. Speedy recovery for her. Hopefully. Full recovery. All that good stuff. Take your time. And all that good stuff. And yeah. Lastly, MLB. I'll get to that another time. I'm still kind of warming up to MLB, but it's been pretty decent. You know, the Atlanta Braves, they're kind of getting on the groove back to good graces. They had a good game last game. I only mention them because they've been probably the best team overall this season, but they had a cool little stretch. But they back on the right path type shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get back on that streak where they was hitting like over 270 as a team type shit. They got Ronald Acuna back, who's been pretty hot, getting home runs and shit. Matt Olson's coming back along. They got to get Drake Baldwin back. So, if they get a full squad, they go be a little dangerous. So I'm glad to see them get back on pace. Again, Marukuma, he's hurt. He was on a historical pace. He actually accomplished a historical feat, getting 20 some home runs in the least amount of games in MLB history. I just think that's some huge accomplishment right there. And I'm gonna just let you know, I only started watching baseball in like 2014, and even then I wasn't locked in till maybe like 3 years ago, seeing the Yankees Dodgers World Series type shit. I mean, I seen a good amount of World Series, but I wasn't really too locked in with the regular season. But I seen the Astros, beat the Dodgers, and the Dodgers, who else did they lose to? I forgot. I'm not sure. The Braves, they won a championship or they won a World Series, stuff like that. So, you know, I've been locked in with a couple teams, but or not locked in, but I've been keeping up with a couple teams. But for the most part, I'll say this again and again. Ever since Yasiel Puig got bounced around and eventually out the fucking league, I just didn't have the heart for MLB. But I'm liking, I'm just a generic fan. I don't have a team yet. I might go with the Capitals. I might go with the Capitals. I meant the Nationals. No, wait, who? The Nationals. God damn, my bad. But I might go with the Capitals and Nationals, matter of fact, because I really do need a hockey team. I'm probably gonna wait till Ovechkin retire because I don't want the remnants of his greatness, because that's just bandwagoning even at this later part of his career. Like if I become a Capitals fan, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, Alex Ovechkin, yeah, uh he got us so many championships and I won't even like paying attention and shit like that or whatever. So I'm gonna wait till he retire and I'll probably be a Capitals fan solidified on the hockey side. But as far as the Nationals, yeah, man, I like to fuck with like the home area type, go to a game type shit. Maybe get a weekend in DC and watch a series, or maybe catch a World Series. They got some great young talent. I love CJ Abrams and James Woods. They are just studs. They send a bitch out the park damn near every 3 games. They got a nice little assortment of hitters, left and right. But House, Lau, um the fast motherfucker, I forgot his name. Fuck, I forgot his name, but he's like probably the fastest player in the MLB. Fast little motherfucker. He'll hit that bitch too. I forgot his name. I don't want to say Arias. I really forgot his Nunez. Yeah, Nunez, fast motherfucker. He ain't the craziest hitter, but he'll fuck around, steal the base, still get you an extra run or extra base. Like, so I like the Washington Nationals. They're very exciting as far as like a young core. I can get with that vibe. You know, I'm interested to see how this you know this salary cap that they're having rumors about come into play. Maybe I will wait till then. When they actually induce a salary cap to the MLB, I might wait to become a fan then. And that's gonna be crazy because a lot of players that are getting like big, huge fucking mega deals are gonna have to take some fucking triple digit $1 million pay cuts. So it's interesting, but yeah, MLB man, I'm not so much of an enthusiast to tell you who to specifically catch up with, other than the Atlanta Braves, of course, the Dodgers. They haven't been like super super hot, but last night maybe I'm tripping because I kind of had to go back and forth. But did at first bat or the second inning or something like that, these motherfuckers just hit single home runs? Like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I think Otani hit a home run, single home run. Then Freddie Freeman came up and hit a single home run. Then Max Muncy came in and hit a single home run. Then Will Smith came in and hit a single home run. It was fucking crazy. You would have thought the score would have been like 14 or something, but it was just single home runs. They was just coming back to back to back to back. It was insane. So if I'm the motherfucking the Phillies, I'm shitting bricks because that was one of their best pitchers. I forgot. He was a dog too. Fuck. Premier pitcher too. I can't remember his name, but god damn, he got waxed. But the Dodgers, they're coming along. They surely need Kyle Tucker to step up, and then they'll be a juggernaut. But um, I think a sleeper team, low key, if they can get a little healthier and to get a little more production, I think the Seattle Mariners are a little dangerous. I love their bullpen. They got a lot of good pitchers, good to great, especially if they play at a great level. The Logan Gilberts and the Brian Woos and um forgot there's a couple of other pitchers that are just fucking good. But I think they're sneaky. They're starting to hit a little bit. The Randy Arizonas, I say Arizona, Arizona. I got look. I couldn't say his name when he was making hella plays, getting to the World Series and all that shit. I mean, well, possibly getting to the World Series, going 7 games against the Blue Jays. I couldn't get the nigga name then, and I ain't gonna get it now. So I'm just say Randy. Randy has been on the smacker. He's been on the heater. Josh Naylor, probably my favorite player for the Mariners. He's been definitely on a trending trajectory to where you can say he's ready to be on a super heater. J.P. Crawford. Oh my God. You better check the numbers on J.P. Crawford. I think that's mainly why I'm saying the Seattle Mariners are asleep because J.P. Crawford, the left-handed bandit, is going crazy. So yeah, I like the Mariners. I'm catching up on this MLB shit. I'm getting my ball knowledge up. So I'll tap in with that a little later and all that good shit. But shit, this game started now, so I gotta tap in. Um, I will go to my prize picks, but it's a little too late now. We're gonna get a little more on the pick side. We will do that when we actually consistently hit. It's just I just need some capitalization. It just sucks winning some money and you can't flip and flip and flip like Simone Biles, man. That's the shit that pissed me off. Get a little nice hit. Oh yeah, it's up. It's up. I'm talking about to the motherfucking roof, nigga. But yeah, I'm trying to get to the room. I mean, to the moons and the stars too. I'm trying to get out this motherfucking galaxy, nigga. If you can feel the pain that I just went through, my soul just hurt just now because I got sold, bro. I got sold on some good shit. Now, for the prize picks and underdogs and sleepers, the guys and gals, y'all that fuck with the flex picks, those flex come in clutch sometimes. Because I'd be real T if a nigga lose on the flex. But at least if you won off, you can get some bread back. If you take a good risk, you can get like, possibly double the bread. So that's what kind of saved my ass. I got like 1.25 times as much as I put in. So I put like a little $7 bet, got like $10 back. Whoop-de-doo. But I had John Quell Jones, man, PRA. And she slowed down towards the end of the game, bro. What the fuck happened? Something was going on that caused her to slow down. Of course that rookie, Alstein, I forgot how to pronounce her name, but the rookie for the Liberty, she's like an overseas vet type shit. She's been hooping the whole season, to be honest. They're starting to get bodies back with Phoebage and Benasia, but Alistine, whatever her name is, she's been hooping. She's been putting up some good numbers, been very consistent. Marita Johannes, even though she had a big fucking flop of a game, because in the first quarter she hit like two crazy threes, side step threes and shit, and then make another fucking shot for the rest of the game. She has been having a stellar season so far, so I don't want to go too far on, Marina Johannes and her blunders, because it's hit or miss with Marina. It's always been that, but now she's having a solidified role, and it's still like hit or miss. So, and they're still implementing players. Satu, she's in and out. She's playing on limited minutes. Uh, Sabrina, I don't know if she's out again for an extended amount of time, but she's been a little out. So she's kind of like iffy. So it's been some rotational mixes and matches and stuff like that. But, you know, I guess that's why I should have kind of laid off the Jonquel Jones PRA. I had it at 25. She finished with 20. And throughout the game, yeah, it was like Marina Johannes, she was missing some shit of threes. Brianna Stewart, she was missing some shit of shots, some turnovers too, stealing some rebounds. I was just like, and Jonquel, she started off slow actually. By halftime, she was getting in the groove, but she started off slow. I wish I could have took the fantasy score. They didn't even have that shit on there. So Vegas, Vegas. But anyway, yeah, if I would have went with the fantasy score, she had like a good 3 blocks, maybe a couple steals. So that fantasy score would have definitely covered because them blocks and steals was always clutch in that situation. But you live and you learn. Hopefully, I got something good going on this parlay. I got to check it out. Ain't nothing too crazy. Again, if I had suggestions, if I would just go sport by sport as far as who's playing today, again, if you fuck with prize picks, you got to go with that Wimby 0.5. Just take that free little panel and, try a little couple risks that can get you in like a favorable position to get some money back on the flex or go crazy. Shit, do what you do. You can do a little home run parlay and do a little flex on that and you might fuck around, miss on a home run, but you got, the other, you probably put two, or you could probably put three. And if you hit on two with the Wimby jump and you miss out on a home run, you could probably leave with like plus double the money. Like you probably can get 2.25. So that Wimby play is always a great way to go on prize picks. But varies the sports books, whatever indulges, as far as like universal picks, again, I would go Anissa. Oh shit, is Anissa Moore playing today? I believe she playing today on the back to back. I can't even remember who she playing. So maybe I'm getting a little too out of my body, but hey, anytime you see Anissa Morrow, you got to take those rebounds into consideration. So I'm more so on that side. Oh, I think I put a Marina Mabry PRA. Is risky, but she's coming along as far as like overall production. If she's not scoring at a high clip, when she's been scoring, she's been picking it up. But the assists and rebounds have been there, and the 3 pointers coming along good. So I'm fucking with Marina Mabry. You can always go Brittany Sykes, but she's kind of coming down a little bit. But I'm not sure if Sabali playing Naraya Sanabali. I mean Naraya Sanabali. Sabali, goddamn it. My bad. It's not a ala al babas. But yeah, like if she's playing, she can take some stats away from those two because she had like a 28 and 14 rebound game or something like that. So she's kind of feeling herself. So you might got to watch out if Sabali's sister playing. But other than that, um, oh, Kiki Rice too. She's been filling up the stats. So shout out to Kiki Rice. I got to give her props too because she's been playing some good ball as a rookie. Playing as the possible third best player on that team. She's definitely been getting some good assists, good rebounds, and definitely a good amount of buckets here and there. So, shout out to Kiki Rice and what she's been doing for the Toronto Tempo. Um, but yeah, I would go Anissa and Marina. If Anissa even playing, my apologies. I don't feel like really going through the slates because I had to go through all this. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can. I'm trapping off the iPhone. So I mean, goddamn, I'm not. I'm trapping off the Android, and this bitch is like Android 14, not Android 17, 18. Where they get to popping they shit. Goku, you think you're strong? but you never met her. That type of Android. I wish I had that, but unfortunately, I got the one where he got his ass whooped by Vegeta. Yeah, that's what I'm working with. Slight, but not enough. Like if I was going against 10, I'd be smooth, but there's no chance against Vegeta. Um, yeah. Look, take the Wimby prop, man. Damn near 500,000 people are taking this prop. You can't go fucking wrong. I'm not suggesting anything else because that's free as a bird. But if I were to suggest, I'm a slide with the Caruso 2 threes, man. I think he got it in him. I think even a shaky shooting night for Caruso, he could leave with 2 threes. So I'm rocking with that. Um, as far as MLB ski, I might go. For those who are interested, for anyone who's viewed, those who view, appreciate you coming through. If you came through, please leave a like. If you fucking with us and want to keep up with the bullshit, because we've been at it for 3 years, shit, 4 approaching. We've been at it for a while, and this storyline that is formulated, we've been on par with every step in this storyline. So we've been doing this for a minute, and we've been on par with all this shit, whether it's music, whether it's hoops, whether it's NFL, college. Niggas been calling some shit, bro. Niggas been speaking, bro. Niggas been saying some shit, gang. So all I'm saying is, as this airplane just folks, you fucking with us, man. Subscribe for the one teasy. It's freezy. You feel me? So yeah, man. Other than that, Toronto look a little promising. Uh, Texas, I wouldn't mind going with Texas. You can spend a block with Ezekiel Duran, maybe a little Jake Berger. Those are just names that I'm throwing out there. I wouldn't take too much consideration, but of course you got to go with the hits, runs, RBIs. If you want to keep it safe, just go with one hit, RBI, run. And yeah, I think some of the favorable matches or matchups, Colorado. I wouldn't sleep on the Rockies. They had a good game, a great game. By the way, I'm trying to tap in with this MLB because what they said it was since 2020 or something like that, maybe something even crazier. 4, maybe 5 walk-offs in the same day. I know Tovar got one against the Giants. That was the last game, I believe. No, the last game was the Phillies and Dodgers. Tovar got a game winner. Um, fuck. I wish I can remember the others, but yeah, it was a lot of fucking game winners last night, gang. So it was just crazy to peep to see. I wish I can remember the exact game winners, but for you diehard MLB fans or even you parlay MLB fans, because that's kind of what I am. I'm a sports ML or sports betting MLB fan, but I do appreciate the sport. Like for me to indulge in any sport, I'm going to appreciate the craft and the sport itself. It's just so happy that I'm putting money on this shit. Excuse me, but yeah, like yeah, homers for game. It was just cool to see, but I would definitely spin the block with the Rockies. Whether you want to go with Torver or Hunter Goodman, um, I think I said his name right. Uh, yeah. Speaking of Seattle, the Mariners, I think they got a good matchup against Ryan Nelson, even though he's picked it up in his pitching. JT Jen, he's probably the A's best pitcher, and he's not even all that. So I wouldn't be mad if niggas spent the block with the Yankees. Was it the Yankees that got a game? What? No, Yankees put BTA. Ben Rice, I think he had a home run. If not, I think Cody Bellinger had a home run. Someone was getting some home runs, but I know it's a lot of hits. So wait on this Aaron Judge home run. Did Aaron Judge hit a home run? But he just had a big hit. I'm not sure. I gotta go back and look. But I know Paul Goldschmidt. My God, he just won't cool off. He cooled off a little bit, and then what does he do? Get home runs and hits again. Like it's amazing. Um Milwaukee versus Lambert. I went sleep on the Brewers. Of course, you got to go with Yelich and Tulane, baby twin. I like Russelman on strikeouts. I don't know if I'm bold enough to put 6 against the Angels because they can kind of be streaky, but I like I like 4.5. 4.5 Ks seems decent. I think he's an elite pitcher. So I like Drew Rossman for the Tampa Bay Rays to get 4 or 5 strikeouts. So I'm gonna rock with that for sure. And I wouldn't be even opposed to put some Tampa Bay hitters against Dirtmers, Reed Dirtmers, or Detmers, but Dirtmers. He's been playing a little consistent though, so probably got to chill with that a little bit. Other than that, man, I don't want to go too far. Trey Savage, he's always been good. So, the White Sox got a couple scores. I gotta go back and see who I put on the ticket because I think I might have went Detroit. Oh, who did I put on this ticket game? Uh, oh my God, Coco sold me again. See, that's why I ain't want to see. Gladly, I put it on the flex. So as long as I get my money back. Oh my God, Coco lost. Damn, Cokie. Damn, Cokie. Well, I got Marina Mabry. She's ready to cover on the PRA. She gotta have a great fourth quarter. I put Costa Montgomery. He didn't get it. Well, at least they got some scores. Maybe he can get it soon. Dang, look like Coke sold me, man. So I'm basically gonna have to wait for Wimby to get this 1 point to get some of my money back. Hopefully, because I still gotta hope Costa Montgomery get me a good little hit run RBI. I got it for 2. So wish me luck. That is enough yappage for me. I am done. Did this zoomed out? No pun intended. I don't even know if the Zoom is done. Oh my God, the Zoom is still going. Well, appreciate y'all for hanging out with the Yap of the Yizap. We're gonna wrap this song up. Y'all have a great weekend, all that good shit. Um, yeah, that's about it, man. Again, like and subscribe. You can also check us out on IG and TikTok. I'm gonna get a little more active with that again, specifically TikTok because TikTok be showing the love. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to put too much on there, a little more so on the IG. So, it's just nothing but, little highlight clips and stuff like that. Maybe some takes here and there. But, if you want to also show a little love on there too, if you're feeling lovely, please go in there and, leave some likes and some comments and stuff like that. You can follow us. It's nothing but just mainly highlight reels and short little takes and stuff like that. But, all good content, all good, honest content and stuff like that. We'll get back into the fold and the mix next week, hopefully. And yeah, Thunder in 7, hopefully. It's gonna be a dog fight. Straight up dog fucking fight. Blessings to all. Y'all take y'all time, be safe, be considerate. I think that's what niggas need to do to keep the peace because there's been a little couple crazy things. Man, I seen a nigga get his ass whooped at a graduation. I don't condone no violence, but god damn, you had to get your ass whooped in a cap and gown. Like you had to get escorted last moment of high school with an ass whooping because you tried to start it. I don't know who started. If the young man that was whooping on him started it, then shame on him. But I just hate to see that in general. So it's just been a little couple crazy things, and I don't want to get too deep into the crazier things and stuff like that. But man, y'all just take y'all time out here and play it cool, enjoy your summer, enjoy the weather for as much as you can. It's good temperature, it's cooler than a fan. So, enjoy yourselves, take it easy. I'm out skeezy. And yeah, tune in next time, gang.